You are now fixated on the finest quality of educated and opinionated brothers, black brothers, who take the free time you most have generously donated to us and curate a channel free of fuckery or bullshit and write with wisdom and insight. We turn spoils to royal, we turn doodles to murals, we turn dollars to euros, weed to florals, or florals to weed, whatever you need. We proceed to give you these and many, many more motherfucking episodes.
What's going on? It's your boy Nikki Duce, aka Mr. No Disrespect, and you're now tuned into the No Disrespect podcast.
What's good, y'all?
What's good, bro? It's been too long.
It's been too long, man.
We said we was gonna take a little break.
It won't be too long for y'all, but
It was
it's
never
been
the
too
whole
long
month.
for us.
Y'all took a hiatus.
We took a long ass hiatus, like we
Facts.
quit.
It's all good. We back though.
Yeah,
we bounced back, man. It's your boy Swaff in the building. Tell my baby I'm back in town. What's good?
One of these days he gonna blow out my eardrum. We're not gonna be friends no more.
And the lovely lady you were listening to is Neems, aka Niaima, aka my nigga is clutch with the Smoothie King. So,
Yo, what I tell you about that?
I don't give a damn. Fuck this
Yep,
nigga.
it's your girl Neems. You know, I was gonna bring you one, but he ain't tell me to get you one.
Wow,
It's your girl
that's
Neems
cool.
providing all the smoothies. I got y'all next time. It's been a minute. Glad to be back.
Yeah, only on Fridays though when they got the deal.
Facts.
But we have a very, very special guest. Neems would be our special guest, but like I said last time, yeah, she regular now. But we got somebody who just reached out to us and just been looking at his shit, and this dude is on the rise. Carlos Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker,
Yes, sir.
professional boxer, 15-0 record, 10 knockouts.
Damn.
From dropping people.
From Alabama.
Dropping
What part of
Right.
Alabama you from?
And I'm born in Fort McKinley. It's Anniston, Alabama. I probably lived there for like a year or so. I'm really not from there. Just lived there. Just was born there. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Just born.
Appreciate you coming on the show, man.
No doubt. I appreciate y'all having me. For sure.
How'd you find out about us? Like hopefully it's through the Dead End Podcast Network, but
Yeah, my PR, Tamara, she hooks up with everybody, man. She's like a big, she's big in networking, social media networking. So she's like really just itching out for everybody. You know what I mean? Doesn't even matter underground, big. Doesn't she's trying to get everybody. She wanted for me to collab with anybody. You know what I mean? So she reached out to you guys, and hey, now we here right now.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Shout out to her for setting up the connect.
No doubt.
So tell us about yourself, man. Like your journey, where you how you.
Yeah, you said you was from Alabama, but where you come up?
I'm from Newport News, Virginia.
Okay.
We call it Bad News, Uptown Bad News. That's where Mike Vick from.
Oh, okay.
Mike Vick, you know what I mean? Everybody know Mike Vick and AI.
I was gonna say AI should be around that area too,
AI
right?
from that area too, man. Yeah, I'm from there, you know what I'm saying? I just moved out here like recently, like about 4 years ago.
Cool.
To Atlanta?
Atlanta's home now for me.
So what made you come down here?
It's cheaper.
Right, that's nice, ain't it? It's nice.
I was about to
It's
say,
cheaper.
hey.
Everybody
Love that.
comes out here, man. Atlanta's a spot. Atlanta's a, you know what I mean? Growing up in Newport News, thing about it is like, it's not too much opportunity, you know what I'm saying, for somebody like myself, you know what I mean? If y'all mind me, using language.
Bro, there's no disrespect, bro. You can say
Right,
whatever
we
you
not
want
hear
to.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll edit anything out anyway.
it ain't too many opportunities for a young nigga out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you growing up out there, if you're not in the military, you feel me? It's really ain't shit out there for you, but, you know, you can get involved in the street life, and that's what I got myself involved in, so I moved out here, it's a better opportunity, it's a better wave. I'm new out here. People know me, but this is a fresh start for me, so it's just like.
Yeah, that sound like us. Like we from Cincinnati, me and Swaff.
Yeah,
and
we moved. I don't know about all them boys out there. Since y'all hustlers out there.
Hey, that's all hustle no luck. Shout out to Lantana. But all right, come on, bro.
One job.
You've been
One
gone
job.
for a minute and you already fucking
My
up.
bad, I wasn't expecting no calls.
It's Pizza Hut calling you anyway.
Damn.
But yeah, we moved down here for the same reason, like better opportunity, and
Yeah.
it's one of the very few big cities that's like affordable. So like it was just a lot of things that came aligned for us. So when did you start, getting into boxing? Like, was that back in Alabama or was that in Virginia?
That was actually like 7 years ago. I started 7 years ago. You know what I mean? It's kind of a motivational story. People would like to hear about it because when I tell them, they like, because people know me, they know me as a street dude. You know, they used to call me they still call me Baby L Dog. You know what I mean? I'm a young dude, you know, used to gang bang and stuff like that. Everybody know me from that perspective, you know what I mean? So my little brother was a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and my little brother Alex, he was a rapper, Young Success. You know, he was one of them dudes that was fully dedicated in rap, and I was a street dude that was paying for him to rap. I didn't want to do nothing. I ain't have nothing. I ain't had no athletic background, nothing. The only thing I knew how to do was rob people and sell crack. That was it. You know, so, but when he passed away, I felt a whole lot of guilt in my heart because that's my little brother. You know what I mean? I should have been looking out for my little brother more. So that made me work out a lot. You know what I'm saying? It made me work out hard, make me work out. And my dad used to be a professional boxer. And, you know, one of his friends was like, man, shit, you might as well go in the ring. You know what I mean? You used to gang bang and stuff like that. Cause I was known for fighting people. You know, I was the shortest dude in my clique. So I always wanted to prove to more people that I could do more than y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I eventually ended up doing a lot more than one of my homeboys, a lot of my homeboys. So I just stepped in the ring and that was it. You know what I mean? Met my coach at Lane Felipe and that was it, man. I've been doing it ever since.
So,
No, you can.
I was gonna say, so you say your brother passed, and then with that frustration, you started working out more.
Yeah.
Was that the main catalyst for it, or was it just something like you naturally came to I need a new direction for where I'm going at because where I'm at right now isn't helping?
I mean, I think that was just, you know what I mean? It was just a lot of guilt in my heart, a lot of guilt and depression at that point. Because that's my little brother. He was a street dude, but he wasn't street dude like me. He was more so street dude that wanted to rap. I was a street dude that was in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to. I didn't know I'd have a direction. I'm in my early 20s. I didn't have a direction. The only thing I had was street life at that point. You know what I'm saying? So when he passed, it just was just so much guilt in my heart that I had nothing else to do. I had nothing. I ain't had no job. And you know, I ain't have nothing. You know what I mean? So the only thing I had to, all I had was weights in the house. That's it. So I just worked out every day, like every day. So it was like that. I think that was kind of like motivational for me. You know what I mean? To work out for me, it was just motivated me to just get up and not just smoke weed and get drunk. Just get up, go do something productive. And that was what I did every day. And then I stepped in a boxing gym, and that was it.
Was that like so it sounds like that was like your therapy, like
Basically,
working
it was
out.
like a therapy for me.
Did you talk to your pops about any of this? Like, who, with you dealing with so much guilt and stuff, like outside of working out, was there any outlet for you to like express yourself or express like what you were going through?
No. I mean, you know, at that point in time, I didn't really want to. I was too depressed to talk about it because it's like, you know what I mean? When it happens, you know, I mean, you know, people deal with death differently. So it's like, it's not just the homie. That was my brother. You know what I mean? That was like my twin brother. You know what I'm saying? So it was different for me. So I didn't know how to express. I didn't grow up expressing myself. Me, like if one of my homies was to pass away, we go and, you know what I mean? We go and retaliate. That's just mandatory. But when it's your brother, it's different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
something you can't escape from.
Basically, you know what I mean? Like the funeral was cool, but you know what I mean? When you come home,
and the room
what
is
you gonna
empty.
do? You know what I'm saying? You like, okay, so that was therapeutic for me. That's the only thing I had for therapeutic. And then after a while, as time progressed and as time went on and I started accepting it, then I could talk to people about the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about your brother, but
Yeah,
when
sure.
did you start taking boxing seriously? So first it was kind of like therapeutic and just something for you to keep your mind off things. But
Once I stepped in the ring, I mean, because you can't take the shit bullshit like 'cause,
right.
Man, once I stepped in the ring, I got my ass whipped the first time, you know, because I'm going in there.
I
I'm
was-
a street dude. I'm a street dude, so I'm thinking, man, I'm a street nigga, man. Fuck all these dudes, man. I'm going to knock somebody out. And then I end up getting my ass whooped. And that was it. All right, you know, I'm going to take this shit seriously because you can't take it lightly. You can't take boxing because two people just died last week. You know, two people just died last week boxing. You know what I mean? One dude he died. He was a great, you know, he was a great contender, man. I forgot his name. His name was like Mad Max. He died fighting on the undercard of Pacquiao.
Wow.
On Pacquiao card. So you know what I mean? It happened, man. You can't take this shit. You can't take it lightly.
So I was about to ask you that because I know you 15 and over. I was like, what was the last time you got your ass whooped? So that was the first time you got in the ring.
I don't know, man. I mean,
minute.
sparring is sparring. So I mean, I might get my ass with sparring a couple times, but as far as in the fight, nah, no, I take that. It's a whole different ball game, man. Just coming to that fight, nah. I'm not taking none of that, none. You gonna have to take that shit from me. I'm willing to die in that ring at that point in time for anybody to take it from me.
So that first taste in the ring was like that's all you needed. Like you got addicted and you wanted to come
man,
back.
I was like, damn, I wish I'd have did this when I was young. Fuck, man, why I had to do this when I was 22? You know what I
Really?
mean? Like, damn, you know. But it's all good. I mean, you know, God put you on the path, so it's like. But I was like, man, once I stepped in the ring, it was like it's magic. I mean, 'cause it's like it's no better feeling than what you want to do than what you love it. 'Cause you don't know, like people have a passion they don't even know nothing about, and then when you do it, it's like, damn, you know what I mean? Like I ain't never stepped out the ring. I never really got on vacation, none of that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, when did it transition from like being just purely therapeutic to okay, I have a passion for this actually?
Man, I would say the first time I sparred, first time I got my ass whipped, that was it, man. That was like that was love, man. I mean, 'cause you might get your ass up, you might feel bad, but at the end of the day, it's just like
Pushed you.
you know what I mean? It's okay, you know what I mean? I'm competitive.
Right.
So
That's what
we finna
competition
keep
is right
going.
there.
We finna keep going at it. No, I'm finna get back in the gym, finna work out. I'm finna keep learning. I'm finna keep being studious to the game. And then that's, you know, I'm trying to whoop your ass after a while. You know what I'm saying?
How long did it take for you to like, with the studying and being like meticulous as far as boxing from that moment forward? How long did it take you to feel comfortable? Like, all right, I'm good. Like I know what I'm
Man,
doing.
I'm never comfortable.
Really?
Never. Ain't nobody never. Not even Mayweather comfortable. You always gotta be studious.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it's always one guy that's trying to knock your shit off. It's anybody, period, man. You always in this game. It's nothing. You can play basketball, you can play soccer, you can't play this sport. So you better be studious every day. Every day you better learn something. There's always something new to learn. You know what I mean? You never know everything. You can pop the jab hard as you can, and you can do it right way, but it's always something you got to work on. You know what I mean? It's always something.
So when people watch movies like Creed and they see that type of training, is that somewhat realistic to what you're like the training you went through or like you're going through now, or is that more just like some movie shit?
I say Rocky 1.
The first Rocky.
Rocky 1 was like authentic as a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, man. 'Cause Rocky 1 is like the realism of what a boxer go through. I mean, I say all the Rocky series, man, except for 5 or was it 4? Rocky
yeah, nobody
4.
count 5.
Yeah, 5, that was kind of make believe or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the Rocky movie, that's like the most authentic boxing movie because Rocky came from nothing and he just was like he got the opportunity and he just worked his ass off for that shit, man. Push-ups, speed bag, sparring, he worked his ass off for that. You know what I mean? Running, wake up in the morning, go run your miles, go to the gym right afterwards, do what you gotta do, man, because you got it, man. This is all you got. You got to fight for a living. This is what you got, so you better work your ass off for it.
So how often are you in the gym? Like daily, every other day?
6 days a week. 6 days, 2 days.
Take a rest on Sunday.
2 times a day.
6 days a week, 2 times a day. Yeah.
Doing 2 days.
2 days, man. Wake up in the morning, go run my miles, go to the gym, then relax, go right back to the gym afterwards.
Okay, so I need to get my shit together.
Yeah,
Boy, that's clear now. I ain't there. 2 times a day. Boy.
So now that you're into this sport, you know, seriously, you know, you've gotten your training in, like, what is it like being at where you are now compared to where you were at? You said what, 7 years ago?
7 years. Yeah.
So like, do you see like, because I know sometimes for me, like even when we started this podcast, like we started like I said back in Cincinnati in a studio, like a small studio, and now we here like in Atlanta, you know, working with Dead End. So do you ever get those moments where like, damn, like I've accomplished something, like even though you may not be at the goal that you set yourself, you know, down the line, because I'm sure you have bigger goals, but like for right now, do you ever have like sometimes to take in like, man, I really did something with myself?
Tell you, I'm having that moment right now. I'm talking to people who want to get to know me. You understand what I'm saying? That's kind of it's humbling. You know what I mean? Because you come from the bottom. I grew up. You know what I mean? Like I ain't grew up messed up, but I grew up with a hustler as my mother. My mother was a hustler, and I grew up gang banging, all kind of shit like that. I used to smoke cigarettes. People can't even believe I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, pop ecstasy, all kind of shit. You know what I mean? And coming from that kind of lifestyle to being right here is like, damn, you know what I mean? The 20-year-old me probably look at me and be like, shit, damn, nigga, you done made it, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, even though I'm not there at the moment where I want to be at, but still, you still gotta pat yourself on the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
you
say,
came
man,
from like a lot.
shit,
Like
man.
you said, the whole
Fuck, I
story you
came
told.
from nothing, nigga.
Exactly.
You really come from nothing, and you really made a transition, and you literally, and people still give me love, man. I can still go to the hood, man. I can still pull up in the hood in the Benz, man, and people still give me genuine respect, man, because they know me. They know me. They know who I do it for. They know that it's authentic. Everything I do is not fabricated. Everything I do is not imitated by nobody. I'm just being myself, and people can relate to me. They see me, and they be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you a real motherfucking dude, man. When I go to different fights or anything, people see me and they might know me. I'm not sounding like this big star, but I'm genuine. You know,
You
what I
well
mean?
respected in where
I
you
give
from.
people people handshakes. I'm not no asshole. I'm real humble. You know, I'm a real humble dude. Even though I'm a respected person, I'm a real humble person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them. So, you know, when you get to these positions in life, you know what I mean? You just thank God for the blessings that you got, because tomorrow ain't never promised. That's one thing I know.
Facts.
What or who do you look up to in your sport? Like, who do you maybe not emulate, but like who do you like get inspiration from that's in your sport? Like you like how they train, you like how they box, or you know you may be looking at the game tape on them a little bit closely.
Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran's my guy, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know who he is. Roberto Duran, the guy that beat Sugar Ray Leonard the first time from Panama. That's my dude, man. My mom's from Panama. They grew up watching him.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my mom's godfather.
Really?
So yeah, Roberto Duran, that's my dude. Crazy as hell, arrogant as fuck, disrespectful. He's like, watch Hands of Stone, man. Watch Hands of Stone, the movie, man. Roberto Duran was crazy as hell, man.
This in your blood both ways. This in your lineage just through and through.
I know, man. No, it's just Roberto Duran was cool, man. Like, you watch him, just go on tape, just watch. Roberto Duran was a crazy mother. That's where Mike Tyson got his personality from. Was Roberto Duran, because Mike got that crit. That was Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran was one of them dudes, like, I like that, because that's me. I might be a humble dude, but in the ring, I'm a disrespectful motherfucker. I'm not. I'm talking shit to you. We fighting. This is a fight, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm trying to win just like you is. But I think I'm trying to win more than you, nigga. You ain't got more will than I got, then I'm gonna talk shit while I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You in the ring talking shit on your fights?
Yeah. I mean, we go back and like I just had a hard sparring session. Even though I felt lazy, 2 days ago? You know what I mean? Me and dude was just going at it like a motherfucker, and just fuck it, blow for blow, nigga. Just if you feel like you want to do it, just go blow for blow. We can. I mean, this is boxing, bro. So I look up to Roberto Duran, him, Floyd, money wise, not Floyd.
That's
personality-wise.
I think that's most people.
Money wise, I mean, you can't get mad at the man.
Yeah,
Shit,
his
niggas
grind
just
is crazy. Yeah.
The nigga hustle and his boxing shit is immaculate. I can't get mad at that. Cause niggas leave the boxing. People see the boxer. They don't see afterwards when you're fucked up and you broke and punch drunk and you wearied in a motherfucker. Like, rest in peace, Pernell Whitaker. We used to watch him. He just died the last 2 weeks ago. He just got in a car accident in Virginia Beach. I don't know if y'all know Sweet Pea, but that's who Floyd used to look up to, Norfolk, Virginia. You know what I mean? Sweet Pea was that nigga. He was swift, fast dude. Now and then he ended up a drug addict and shit. You know what I mean? You got guys like that. Chavez, Julio Cesar Chavez, saying y'all look up to him. Earl Spence, that's my dude right now. Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, B talks about Terrence Crawford a lot.
Yeah, Terrence that man right now, man. Terrence is that dude, number one dude right now. And me, I look up to me.
Nice.
Hey, you gotta put yourself in there.
Look up to me, man.
So it sounds like you got a good balance of like the passion and the focus and like you're a student of the game, but you also brought up like Floyd Mayweather. You may not emulate what he does personality wise, but financial you want to. Do you look at all the mistakes that past athletes in boxing in particular have made, and you kind of move in that direction of like, all right, because how they say smart people learn from their mistakes, wise people learn from the mistakes of others. Like how are you moving through this game? Because you say you're trying to stay humble because this game, it can change you.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, majority of boxers like Mike, Holyfield, all them guys from the past era, they didn't know nothing about investments. We as black people, we don't teach that shit. We don't teach that shit to our kids, investments. Right. We talk about investments, but we don't really know about investments unless you really investing in yourself. Unless you you know what I mean? Like how y'all got the equipment right now. You You invest into your mics. You investing in the bit. You just invest in yourself. You invest. This is an asset. This ain't even a liability.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that. I have my own gym now. You know what I mean? Me and my coach got our own gym. So we invested in different things. I want to be able to make money so I can be able to, you know what I mean? Like I got a business plan to make to build a restaurant and put in my little brother's name. My little brother know how to cook. So I wanted to, I want to do that probably about in the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Put that like somewhere downtown. Hopefully, if I can put it in Atlantic Station, that'd be even better.
Mm-hmm.
But just different ventures. I want to end up getting in the clothing stores, like end up buying different retails and stuff like that. Not like stuff where it's like King Dynamite, not me. I just what I mean, but just a dope ass brand like how Chris Brown got Black Pyramid. Nipsey got Crenshaw.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do something like that. You know what I mean, for my peoples.
Yeah.
And be able to do that for my homies and be able to have my homies who come out of pen and stuff like that ain't got no job. You know what I mean? I got you a job. You good money. I pay you this much money and stuff
I'm
like
getting
that.
a Nipsey vibe from you. Like,
Yeah, of course. I mean, no, Nipsey's my dude. I used to listen to Nipsey way back, even though back then I ain't really listen to him just out of circumstances of who he was and what he claimed. But I fucks with Nipsey on the entrepreneur tip, because I mean that's what we gotta do as black people. We don't invest if we don't give back. We want to move out the hood, but we don't want to give back to the hood. I want to give back to my niggas. I want to be able to, not saying like put money in these niggas' pockets, but just
Put them in positions, bro.
basically,
Right.
yeah, man. Because I'm doing that for my peoples. I want to be able to, like, some of the younger bosses who look up to me. I want to be able to put them in platform. Like when I do different stuff, hey, look at my homeboy. This my homie right here. You feel me? Y'all watch him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can watch. I'm gonna be able to put my peoples in position so there we can all make plays. It's like chess moves. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody got to make a play, and everybody plays their position, and everybody is a roulette something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's something
But
that's
what I
something
want to do.
that money can't always buy as opportunity. So like if you
Basically,
providing
yeah.
that's a blessing. So I'm really happy that you're doing that, because most people, like you said, they don't really even go back, especially if they make it. They don't really,
They brand new.
they see themselves as like, if I got out, you can get out.
right,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
do it on your own, like I
Yeah,
did.
Man, shit, I be going out, man. Niggas give me respect, man. Anywhere I go, I can go to any hood in America, man. I be cool because just people know who I was as a person. Now they know me as a boxer. It's even more respect. So I can just, you know what I mean. But I just give people love, and they know I'm genuine with it. They know that everything with me, like I said, is authentic. When I walk around, they know that I'm trying to give people some game. I'm not like the most richest person with the game and stuff, but I just got a lot of game, and I want people to soak up. And by the time, like 6-7 years from now, when I become world champion, I'm like almost done. I want to be able to retire, probably get into acting and just, you know what I mean, branch off and do something. You can't box forever.
Yeah,
You
that
can't.
was my next question for you. Like, do you have an end game? Like, do you have something?
I have to. You
yeah.
got to have an end game. That's why I'm saying I want to own a restaurant. I'm trying to
Right.
get into these businesses. What, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause
fall back on that.
Yeah, man, because I swear to God, fool, this game would take your ass out, man. You know what I'm saying? This game would take, this shit not promised, man. Like I say, 2 people just died last weekend. 2 people just died. Like somebody just died Monday. He died from, he suffered a TKO loss. Y'all can look that up on Google, man. That shit is crazy. He died on the Pacquiao undercard. He was
Yeah,
getting
one
his ass
of them
whooped,
got
man.
brain damage.
Yeah,
Like,
he had brain damage. He had a brain damage and died, man. Died Monday. Somebody else died Tuesday. Like, this shit serious. You can't. This sport ain't no hope, man. I don't want to do this forever. I don't want to be like Zab Judah, have to come back just because you know what I mean. You need
You ain't
some
got
money.
nothing else. Yeah.
Just like
Right.
Zab said, Zab Judah came back. You know what I mean. End up in the hospital the same way this year. Like, I don't want to end up doing that shit, man. I want to end up leaving the game and then. I know that I'm okay and I'm comfortable, and I know my kids, they gonna be comfortable. You know what I mean? They ain't gotta go through the bullshit I had to go through. They ain't had to go through the hurdles.
Right. So what's like the biggest thing you've faced, I guess, like challenge wise in boxing since you've started? Like, what have you had to overcome, and what
As-
like
as
made you
far
learn
as
about
what, like-
yourself?
Like as far as opponents, or as far as you talking about mentally.
Just I guess mentally, and then we could go to opponents too.
I mean, I don't know, just financial burdens. I say that much. Financial.
Like investing in yourself, trying to get yourself out there before.
Just because when people think that everybody thinks that when you starting off, you getting this Floyd Mayweather package. You know, you getting this package deal. People didn't know me when I first was coming out. When I first turned pro, I was an amateur. People knew me, but when I turned pro, everybody didn't really know me like that. Like how they know me now. Now they starting to respect me because they see what I'm doing. They see it. They see how I'm moving. It's not even you can say however much you want, but they seeing it now. Now it's like, okay, I have to believe it because I see the shit now. But you know what I mean? Just getting my I say my respect dues at that point. You know what I mean? Just give my respect. 'Cause I'm, like I said, I'm very competitive. I want to be known. I'm not saying I want fame, but motherfucker, you gonna respect me and not come in this game for a reason. I ain't coming in this game just to be another nigga just to get some money. Nah, nigga, my name gonna be cemented.
Yeah.
Same way I was talking about Roberto Duran. He ain't fought since the 80s. I want to be able to be the same way. Niggas gonna be like, man, you remember Carlos? That nigga was bad as a motherfucker. He came in the game late and he destroyed everybody. You know what I mean? And that's what I plan on doing.
So starting off, like, I always wonder, like, how people, like, start. Do you have to go to a specific gym, or do you just sign up and just be like, all right, I'm just doing these fights, and then based off of your record and like your winning success and how people may look at you, you may get picked up by somebody?
I mean, when you start off, I mean, you go to a gym, you go to your local boxing gym, you go train or whatever. I mean, they might give you a coach, but the thing is, a coach he has to believe in you. He has to see that you want that shit. Because people come and go, you know what I mean? Everybody say they want to be, I want to box. People come and go. They end up getting their ass kicked sparring.
Yeah,
they leave the gym. They'll never come back. So it's like, why waste my time? It's like a relationship. Why waste my time? I don't want my time being wasted. So, you know what I mean? Because I see kids like that coming through our gym. You know what I mean? They might be here, and then next month they gone. So it's you know, but if a coach sees that you got potential, which my coach, he's seen that I have potential. Everybody else didn't see it because they thought out, you know, 1 foot in, 1 foot out the street. That's what they thought they seen. That's because that's my persona at that moment. They didn't see what was going to transition. They just seen at that moment, this is a street dude, you know what I mean? He talk like a street nigga. He's just a street nigga, you know what I mean? Because I ain't have much. Riding MARTA bus, going back and forth, just trying my best to just make ends meet, trying my best to, you know what I mean, invest into the sport. Now they see it. Now they like, okay, damn, you know what I mean? I should have spent more time with them. You know what I mean? So, I mean, when you starting off, that's just how it is. You start off, train. Once you get a great coach, like I have a good coach who really gives a fuck about me, who cares about me, cares about my well-being. He's not just, oh, we're going to build this record up and we're going to throw his ass out. He really cares about me. You know what I mean? He cares about, because this is a business at the end of the day. This ain't just no juggernaut shit. So when you find somebody that really cares about you and you find somebody that really is going to invest in you, then that's when you start the amateur bouts. When you start doing amateur bouts, that's when you grow with your experience. It's just like, it's just like basketball when you know what I mean, when you playing your regular games. You're not in the championships, you're not in the pros, but you playing the games. You know what I mean? You're in high school basketball, and then you go to college basketball, and then you end up transitioning to the pros. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can go pro, but the thing is, it's a different ball game, because in boxing, it ain't no contracts. It ain't no promotion. I mean, you got promotional deals, but it's not like, you know how people can sign the NFL contract. You know what I mean? It's not like
a little
that.
bit of guarantee, at least security.
Nigga, you know what I mean? It ain't no telling what might happen. You know what I'm saying? Your career might down slope. You might end up fighting the wrong fight, and there's no telling.
I want to ask you, bud. So thus far, what's been your favorite moment in your career in boxing?
When I won this belt.
I was just about to ask you about the belt. I was
Right.
like,
What's the story?
I want to know the story. What was
Break it
going through
down.
your head in the moments?
Play by play.
I was supposed to fight this guy. He was 11-1, right? I was supposed to fight him. So I'm training my ass off, because I know I'm gonna win this belt. This is a prestigious belt. You know what I mean? This is my first. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say my first accomplishment, but this is a major accomplishment for me in my life. I'm not gonna never take that for granted. This is something I'm gonna give my grandkids right here. You know what I mean? So when I was training, I'm talking about I trained my ass off every day. I did not stop. I made sure I was gonna kill this motherfucker.
You trained harder than you did before for this particular fight.
Just because of the fact it was forced. I train hard daily every day, but I think my mind was like mentally driven on killing this nigga, because it was for something. You know what I mean? It's not just for nothing. It's just for a belt. So you know what I mean? When I was training, I literally was training to kill this dude, man, and dude pulled out the fight the week of, so we had to get another fight like right away, like ASAP. You know what I mean? So
Why'd he pull out? Does he?
I don't know. I think he was scared a little bit. You know what I mean?
I believe it. So you
I
were
was
saying I'm
gonna say-
training to kill him. Like,
Yeah.
kill what?
Nah, but I'm just saying, like, usually, like, when a fight about to come up, you could really see who's going, it's either fight or flight. And then nigga took a
man,
flight.
yeah.
Right, for real.
Like,
He knew.
ASAP,
He
man,
knew.
'cause he knew. I mean, we sparred before, and I knocked him down sparring. But the thing is, like, man, he knew He knows. Everybody knows I'm coming. I'm not bullshitting around. People know I'm a nice dude. I got my gangsterisms going. You know what I mean? But people know, man, when you in that ring with me, man. Listen, man, this ain't no hoe right here, bro. This right here, this nigga's coming to kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? So he pulled out the last minute. I think his coach pulled him out, and we had a last minute. Opponent come in, and I just knocked this motherfucker out in like the third.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready yet.
Yeah,
when you
nah,
see somebody
you know,
come in, can
had
you
to do
size
it.
like? Are you good at sizing them up? Like, all right, yep, this is how I'm gonna attack him, or is it, or do you need to actually like you were saying before
I
for
look
the
in
guy?
his eyes, man. That's it. I'm looking in his eyes, man. The eyes is something, man. When you look at somebody's eyes, man, you can see the window through their soul. You can see everything about them. You know what I mean? And when you look at somebody in their eyes, man, especially during a fight, you can see if they nervous or not. You can see if they got what it takes, if they really about it. Cause somebody can look at you and they can look like they want it, but they don't really want it.
They ain't about
you
it.
can just tell it like, motherfucker, I know in your heart you scared as fuck right now.
Right.
And I know you not really ready for this thing. You think you ready, and then I'm talking to you. He didn't understand what I was saying because he spoke Spanish, but you know what I'm saying. You know I'm talking shit.
He was calling him a nigga, a bitch ass motherfucker.
I'm coming, nigga. Listen, nigga, I'm coming to fuck you up. I don't give a fuck
He over
about
there
none of
saying,
that.
"See."
I wish I got a picture of it, but it's like I was talking shit to him, like not loud, but I'm just, you know what I mean, like motherfucker, I'm coming.
Does that hype you up yourself? You talking shit to someone else, like invoking that fear?
But it's just like I don't know.
Like, what do you gain from it?
It's just
What I
like
want
you
to know.
it's just like you just getting ready. Like, motherfucker, I'm about to just kill this motherfucker. Like, in my mind, it's just like.
Right, you just
I'm
speaking
about
out
to
loud.
just-
Shit.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I'm not even speaking to him.
Right.
I'm speaking through. I'm really speaking. I'm speaking out loud.
You're
Just
like,
like, I'm about to fucking
got his
kill
mantras
your
going.
motherfucking ass.
Yeah,
Like,
just-
nigga, you
it's
just
the-
don't know. I'm
it's
about to
just-
fuck you up.
It's how you
It's
get into your
super
mindset.
bad right now, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to. You don't know what I'm saying, but I'm about to fuck you up. Like, you just don't know how badly you about to get your ass whooped. And that's what happened. You know, by the third round, hit him to the body, dropped his ass, and that was it, man. Don, you know what I mean? And then I pulled out with the belt. I was like, God damn, son. Damn.
You celebrate?
I mean, you know, I
You had to. You had to. I don't know what you was doing. But
I did.
caught up a
Definitely had a
little
good
bit.
night.
You know, yeah, I had a good night. Came off the plane.
So you talking shit. I know you a lot of time, most of the times after the fight, it's all respect. Like, y'all done went through some shit together in that ring all of a sudden. But has there been times where you just ain't fuck with this nigga you was fighting? Like, you really ain't?
Let me think of one.
Like, is it always business, or sometimes you be like, all
I
right,
say
Or is it
one
personal?
fight. I say one fight was like personal. One fight was personal. It's not even because of him. It's because of, I think, his coach. Because I think one of his fighters, or one of his coach's fighters, I guess one of his teammates, they fought one of my guys. They fought one of my teammates before me. And he was fouling the shit out of him and stuff. Elbowing him, headbutting him and stuff. So the crowd was booing him. But the crowd, they love me. They here for me. They love me. But they booing my teammate, like, because, you know what I mean, he's fouling you this guy fouling my teammates, and y'all booing him for this bullshit. And then when when the referee disqualified him, they booed the shit out of my guy. So I was hot about that shit, man. I'm just like, you know what, man, you know what I mean? Because I told the dude at the weigh-in, nigga, you going to sleep, point blank. There's no, I did a gesture, you going to sleep. Ain't no problem with that. That's all that's gonna happen. You might not understand, you don't might mean no habla, nigga. You know that you going to sleep, bro. And that's it. I'm gonna walk off. But once that happened, I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Okay, when I walked in, they celebrated me, so I like literally beat the shit out of this dude so bad, like on some hatred, that when I just like, I didn't even hang, I just like beat the shit out of him so badly to the point where I didn't help him up or none of that. Like, no, you know what I mean?
No mercy.
Good job. Fuck you, nigga. You went to sleep. I'm talking shit while he's on the ground. Nigga, you took a shit on. Even though he don't understand me, I know you shit on yourself. And then I'm talking shit to the crowd. Like, I'm talking shit to the, even though they don't understand me. They know. They feel the gesture, like, motherfuck all y'all, you know what I mean?
So where are more of your fights at? Like, where do you?
It's just they be around, man. Some fight. I think my last fight was out here in Atlanta, Georgia. This May 4th. It was on Cinco de Mayo. I was out here. That was my last fight. Most of my fights be out the country. Some of them be out the country. Some of them be Tennessee. It be
It
around.
varies.
Yeah.
do you ever like outside of your training and, you know, concentrating and studying up on the fight before you go into the ring, do you ever take a moment to be like, oh shit, I'm in a whole different country, like I'm from the States, like I'm gonna explore.
When I got off the plane, god damn, when I first got off the plane when I was in the Dominican Republic, I was shocked. This is my first time from the ghetto. I'm a ghetto ass kid. I ain't never been outside of where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, god damn, I'm in the Dominican Republic, bro. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This is crazy, bro. I'm up here talking to my homeboy. I'm like, man, I'm
we out here, bro.
We made it.
We out here.
Damn.
What did you take in from that experience? Like, was it just more the fact of like, damn, like look what this thing took me. You know what I'm saying? Look how far I'm going with this thing.
It was just that, man. It was just like, damn, I'm just excited at this moment. Like, man, this boxing shit done took me places, bro. This shit done took me a lot of goddamn places, bro. My homies ain't even get to see outside of Virginia, bro. Like, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I be like, damn, man, I'm up here. I'm in Dominican Republic chilling, bro. Like, the weather, it's cold. It was snowing. It was snowing out here that weekend. It was snowing that weekend. I swear to God, I went out to Dominican Republic. It's fucking hot. You know what I'm saying?
You came out to
That's
play
how
with a
fucking
coat.
off.
Yeah,
You looking at
I
the
came out
Instagram
right in
like,
time,
damn, that's
yo.
shitty for y'all.
I swear to God, that came out right in. That was like 2015, 16. One of them 2 years, man. It was snowing out this motherfucker, man. The same. I'm like, yo, I'm glad we got out there. Man, I feel bad for you niggas.
But the thing is, also, was it kind of bittersweet for you? Because you're like, man, I wish I could bring all the homies to see this.
Yeah,
Like,
man. It is, yeah, man. Thing is, just like, man, you can only bring so many people so many places. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So many places, man. You can't really just. You can feed the water. I mean, what's that quote?
You can lead a horse to water? Is it a camel or a horse?
You can
It's
lead
one
a
of them
horse to the
animals.
water, but
Either
you can't
or.
make him
The
drink,
African meat just
basically.
come out with a camel.
You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? That's how it is. So it's like I can only do so much. I can only do for me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I was just like, God damn, Mom, I'm just soaking that shit up, man. Like, they gave me love out there, though.
Right.
yeah.
They give Americans super love.
Was
Like,
you surprised by that?
Of course,
Yeah.
because niggas ain't shit out here.
Hey.
They don't give niggas no love out here, man. We
Facts.
go out, man. We don't like each other. We hate on each other.
You gotta earn that shit. And even when
Right.
you earn it, they
Right.
still hate your
do.
ass.
Basically, you can earn it. You can be the nicest nigga. And you can be the
Even
nicest
then, they
dude.
still be
Right,
hating.
close
It don't
dude, it's a
matter.
rap
They
still.
gonna-
Be
they
like,
gonna-
who is
They
this
gonna
nigga?
find you can be
Who is
some.
this?
you
They
can
hated
be some-
Jesus. That's what I always.
Right, they did hate on Jesus.
They killed
That's
Jesus.
what I'm
Hey.
saying. I swear to God, fool. I was like, damn, they gave me so much love. I like, man, I'm up here running and I was just running out there one time, man. Little kids out there, they running behind me. I'm shocked. Like, damn, man, what the fuck? man?
Hey,
This is-
Somale Boombaye
You
shit.
feel me? Like, I
That's
swear to
the
God,
movie
that
too.
shocked me, bro.
That's
'Cause
my
I'm
movie
like,
too.
man, this is crazy, bro. I'm like, yo, I think I ain't gonna say I made it, but I basically, man, I done came far. You feel me? I came far, my nigga, and I'm just like, man, this is crazy, bro. Like, damn, you know, I'm shocked by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said with Nip, like it's a marathon. Like you
Basically.
gotta make sure that you soak in these, you know, every accomplishment,
Yeah,
every
right.
goal.
Right.
But there's still more to be
There's always
done.
more to be done.
So what's up next for you?
We trying to work on the ESPN fight at this moment right now. So
Dope.
we just working on it. Hopefully we get it, you know, in due time. Hopefully, God willing, we end up getting that fight probably in October. You know what I'm saying? We
Yes.
get that. it's
Speaking
over
into
with.
existence, man.
Hell
Basically,
yeah.
We end up getting that. It's over with, man.
Boy.
Right.
We-
Big
that-
money.
Hey, I'm gonna be hyped. Be like, yeah.
You talk to this
I'm gonna
nigga.
be, I would say I'm gonna be there sat front row if I
Yeah.
can,
Oh,
boy.
I'm gonna bring out
Yeah.
the fur and everything. So I told her it's gonna be a little cold.
I'll be talking shit for you. I'm like,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
shit, nigga.
Right,
Kill
bitch
you.
ass nigga.
My nigga right here.
Sleep.
I'm bringing the
We're really
homies out
not
and all
sure.
that shit. It's over with, bro.
Yeah, no, I want to also ask you, you know, when about, you know, it's ups and downs. When were you pushed to your limits? I know you undefeated, but when were you pushed to your limits? When you have to dig in on getting in that Rocky mode?
I don't think I ever got to that moment, man. I think that was when my last fight, because I had an injury in November. I had a shoulder. You know what I mean? Like, last year was like a very, very, I don't know why, it was like a kind of it was like a down slip. Even though I won a belt, I just felt like I didn't get my, you know, I paid my, you know, my just dues. Like, I didn't feel like I got those from the people. I'm just like, damn, I done put all this work in and nobody really giving me that much respect. They giving me respect, but I don't feel it. I didn't feel it.
You want the
gratification.
love, yeah.
I didn't feel that. So I'm just like, you know what I mean? I fell into kind of like I ain't gonna say a depressive mode, but I kind of was like in a, you know what I mean? Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, why ain't people watching me at this moment? So I didn't really want to box last year. But, you know, like I say, when you do that, you know, God gonna put you in a position where you don't really want to be at. So I got a shoulder injury. And, you know, I end up separating my shoulder and then came back. But thing is, I ain't even get no surgery, none of that. They didn't get none of that shit. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Just did some physical therapy. Healed, got back in the ring in November. Had a horrific ass fight. I didn't like that performance at all. I won it though, but didn't like the performance.
He was just a little sloppy for you,
basically. Yeah. But my last fight was like a dig down in deep, because I was like, you know what? This is a hometown fight. This is my last hometown fight I'm gonna do. I know that for sure. And my peoples, all my peoples, like all my homies, my moms, everybody was in my pops, everybody was there. So it was like, fuck that. I'm gonna put on a huge performance. Like I'm gonna win this fight, and this shit gonna be spectacular. Cause it was like all the Georgia cats from Georgia that was like, you know, Golden Gloves, Georgia, Olympic trials and shit like that. All of us was fighting on one card. Like all the best of Georgia was fighting on one card. So I wanted to show out. Cause everybody was waiting for me. Everybody, I know people was wanting to watch me. And so I was like, you know what? Let me dig in deep. And yeah, man, I stopped. And I ain't gonna say I stopped him. He quit. Basically quit in fifth round. So, you know.
After how many rounds?
I say round 5. Round 5, about round 5, the motherfucker quit. Like, I guess he quit in the corner. I guess he didn't want to do it no more from a body shot. Body shot from the 4th round. He didn't want it no more. He just quit, gave up, threw in the towel. I don't want it no more. I'm done. Just give me my check. That's it. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired.
Man.
This is boxing. I ain't tripping.
I was gonna say, is that always like the round that you basically that's the separates with the men from the boys? Like when you get deep, like 5, 6 rounds.
You dig in deep, man. Yeah. 'Cause that's, I mean, you got when you watching boxing, man. The first 3 rounds, it's always electrifying. It's always people got the most energy, because you know what I mean.
You just want to see like a knockout or something,
right?
You got the energy. Everybody just, you know what I mean. But man, when you dig in them later rounds, man, like it's like going from you in the ocean, you know what I mean? From 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet. And shit gonna get deeper and deeper. Who can really swim, motherfucker? That's the question. Who can really swim in this game? Because when you get to them 12, when you get to that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 round, that's when you gonna see who got the heart. Because now you tired, your reflexes is gone. Because you tired, like I said, you fatigued out. It's what separate the boys from the men at that point. Because who gonna be able to swim? And that's when I pick up. I start picking up at them rounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know you go into it with the strategy, you know, the fight with the strategy. Is at some point you got to give in and be like, all right, it's just who got these hands, who can throw, who gonna push
man. I mean, it all depends on circumstances. Cause I mean, boxing, man. I'm not finna give you shit. I'm not finna give you shit. I'm not finna give you this chin, bro. You gotta earn this shit. Yeah. You gotta earn this, cause I wanna look good. Like, damn, I wanna be able to. 20 years from now, they're gonna be like, damn, you 25 still. You know?
Right.
I wanna look old, man. So you gotta earn this. Look at Floyd, man. Floyd, they took no punishment. You know what I'm saying? Compared to somebody like Meldrick Taylor, man, who look like shit right now. Old punch drunk. I wanna be able to look good. I wanna be like, I look good as hell still. I can still talk to you. You can still understand me.
Yeah. So how far do you go into strategizing for a fight? Like, does it come down to like, all right, what areas we gonna focus on hitting this dude? How defensive we want you to be? What rounds maybe you turn on?
I mean, that just goes on with whatever you watching. Because in all factuality, I know they know that we're gonna watch them. Same way I know they're gonna watch me. So it's like, okay, if they watching me, I know I gotta switch in doing this, because I'm gonna watch my fights. I'm gonna watch how I'm training, so they can't even capitalize off of that. So it's really not even just me watching what they doing wrong, but it's just watching what they doing right. I watch what they do right, so I can capitalize on what they doing right, so I can take that away from them, and they ain't got nothing.
Yeah,
else
you ain't got nothing else.
Right.
You can't go to your go-to.
You know they go into that.
Yeah.
Know?
So it's different. Boxing is a chess move. You can't really just be like, oh, they doing that wrong, because in all factuality, they gonna end up changing it.
Yeah, and folks, I don't feel like folks really understand like this. It's deeper than just niggas going in there swinging.
Yeah, man. Nah, you gotta be able to think in that shit, man. If you not thinking in the ring, bro, you gonna get your ass whooped, bro. You gonna get whooped, cause you got a guy like, let's say Floyd. People now, you can't fight Floyd I mean, let me put it, because you got to fight Floyd like a dog, because Floyd he's a thinking man. He's not. He thinks he got good reflexes. He knows, okay, if he shoot the left, you shoot the right hand, I know he gonna come back with a right. He gonna come out with a left. He gonna, you know what I mean? He knows what
Wait for his moments.
He knows where you're gonna come from. He knows what you're gonna do. He knows where your mistakes are. He sees the opening. He's not just doing the shoulder roll. Might be just playing around. No, he's seeing openings. He's watching your moves. You know what I mean? He's watching openings. Boxing is a thinking. It's a 90% mental game. You gotta think. Because if you ain't thinking in there, if you just raging bull, you're gonna look like how Mike when he fought Evander Holyfield the second time when he bit his goddamn ear off. You getting your ass whooping and you just like, fuck it, I ain't got nothing.
I'm gonna bite your ass.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, appreciate you, giving us the inside scoop of boxing and everything, and your background. Can you stick around for a little bit, cause we can, talk about some topics,
I'm all on it, man.
outside of boxing.
I'm here, bro.
I don't know how much you keep up with what's going on, but did you hear about that Nicole Murphy shit?
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. I got mixed feelings about that, bro. Cause
well, for the people who don't know, you should know. The director of Training Day, Antoine Fuqua, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's married to this girl, woman named Leela Racone, I believe.
From Waiting to Exhale.
Waiting
That's
to
what I
Exhale.
remember.
Yeah,
She was on the Wayans Brothers too as well.
Yeah,
early.
no, she's bad as fuck.
She
Boy.
was bad.
I was about to
as
say.
fuck.
Oh, wait. I saw something about her having an autoimmune disorder.
Jesus
so
Christ, bro. What
that's just
happened?
wrong to bash her at this point.
All right, so that's what I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask because she did look a little sick. She didn't look like herself.
You got something to say?
Nah.
You got something to say?
Just
Say
saying.
it. Say it.
Jesus
Nah, I
Christ,
got
she
shit
was
to
bad.
say. I'm saying,
And how long-
That's a good out.
How long have they been married? Do you know?
Since the 90s, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
like early 2000s at least.
So definitely over 15 years.
At least.
So you can't blame them, but no.
So when
I'm
they
excited to
so when
hear
they
your
got
opinion.
married, it was Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah.
Leela. You know what I'm saying? She bad. Everybody
Yeah,
want her.
A 90s dime,
And she
bro.
just threw it all away. That's a
Yo,
thing,
chill
like,
out.
She
I
said
just
some-
gotta-
It's like, yo,
What
I
she
seen a
said?
recent picture. I was
Yo,
like,
sickness and health,
damn,
okay?
no,
Y'all need to
that's not
understand that.
sickness. That's an excuse.
Bruh,
I done seen
nah.
somebody with no hands in the gym. Yo, like, yo, that is
Nah,
no
real talk, I seen it.
excuses, B.
The man had no arms, bro.
No arms. I'm like,
y'all
yo,
talking
there's
about?
no. It's a guy
gym.
in the
Tell
gym
me-
with
I
no
feel
arms.
like I have saw that on Twitter. I saw something
I
like
swear
that
to
on
God,
Twitter.
I was shocked, man.
I will say this, like going into it, I didn't know she had autoimmune disease.
Yeah.
So, but
Caused by 2 miscarriages. It's not something she always had. At least what I saw on Twitter. Twitter be lying.
yeah,
so I
was
might
gonna
be
say
wrong.
they
I
might be
wrong.
hyping her up. But
What I saw.
at the same time, the conversation that it brought up was the fact that because obviously he got caught cheating.
Yeah.
He was in where was he? He was in Italy, or
Italy.
something. And he
Italy.
went
When they was kissing.
with Nicole
Right.
Murphy.
She gonna say it was a little family kiss. Y'all are
Yeah,
sick,
right.
first of all.
Family
She
kiss?
said
The
we're
fuck?
family. I was just saying hi. We
Ain't
ran
nothing-
into each
yeah.
other.
They having relations, all right.
Okay.
They ain't related.
Some freaky stuff.
I didn't see the kiss though. I didn't see the picture.
It was
Yeah.
it
Y'all
was
see it?
It
it wasn't like
I
a
It
saw
wasn't no
tongue.
family shit.
it wasn't that bad. It was
Nah,
just a
that was
kiss.
straight
Did
ass
y'all not
kiss.
see
Yeah.
tongue? I thought I saw tongue.
Hell nah.
No,
You just
that
wanted
was
to see
maybe I
tongue.
was
kiss,
Nigga was cheating.
That was cheating. He was cheating.
That's cheating though. On all accords.
He was
Exactly.
cheating. It's just like I don't know, man. I can't. I mean, can you? Cause she bad as a motherfucker.
I was
Right.
gonna- that's
So
what I'm
if
gonna
it's
That's
say.
what I
looks
said.
that's
Can you
supposed to
blame
say-
him?
not
But
even
So
just
looks
the
sustain
looks.
a marriage is what y'all
I
telling
would
me.
say this. I would say this from a man's perspective. From a man's perspective. By me growing up as a man, now I'm older now. Men are 100. Men fall in love with looks, man. I'm not gonna cap with you. Men
Is that
fall in
what
love
makes
with
y'all
looks.
stay?
I swear to God.
It's one of the reasons. It's
No,
a pillar.
Right. That could be your safety net.
It's a
Like,
pillar.
I mean, don't get me. I mean, it's
Like,
always
damn,
the
she bad,
personality.
though.
It's always the personality. But men are.
I feel like
very
looks get
visual.
y'all's attention.
No,
Of course.
personality is what makes me marry you. Your looks is what makes me approach you in the first place.
So,
Like, I'm not.
let's say she's dope as fuck. Y'all get
Alright.
married, and then she gains a little weight.
What's a
Something
little
happens.
weight?
Like
And why she
homegirl
gaining
here.
it?
I seen the
happens.
picture.
Life happens.
I gotta say, if you gain weight because you're having a baby and you have baby weight, but then you should, because the person that I fell in love with, the person that I married, that was a certain image of that person.
Okay.
And 20 years later or 15 years later, however long they've been married, that image should still somewhat be the same. Because you saw him, you saw the picture. He in shape.
He alright.
He at least, he in shape.
I think she's still beautiful. I get Nicole
No.
Murphy's bad as fuck. I get
What are
that.
you
No,
doing?
she's beautiful because 7 out of 10.
What are you doing?
7 out of 10 big women, they got a beautiful face.
How have we talked about this twice? This is the second
And
time.
then, no.
brought up.
It's low key 8 out of 10 now. Shit.
Yeah, no,
They
they're
don't-
beautiful.
But I'm just saying, like
BBW.
this, the picture they got in Italy with he got his
He
shirt
got a
off,
little
she got a bikini
six-pack.
on. Yeah, like
Yeah,
so
the
he in
cold
shape. He
weather
doing his
bad.
part.
Lie,
You know what I'm saying?
goddamn.
And he a director. He
I
ain't even an
guess,
actor.
I guess. But she had 2 kids. This thing ain't had no. If I didn't have to have kids,
How long ago was them kids?
Who's
Them kids-
more at
I
fault?
don't know.
Who's more
I
at
don't
fault,
know.
the husband or Nicole Murphy?
both.
I can say
The husband. The
I
husband.
say
He's
the
the one who took them
Yeah,
vows.
because she was just fucking with some random nigga. It's not a
She
story.
She fucked up though, cause that was her homegirl. They were friends.
And that's her
For
second
real?
time doing it.
Yeah, she did to
Damn.
Lisa Ray McCoy
That's
too,
some
right?
shady shit.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, no wonder
Mhm.
Lisa Ray
Shit.
came out. Yeah,
Yeah, but her and Lisa
Damn.
Ray weren't friends. It was just like,
Damn, you
But
so
she's still
scandalous.
a married man.
oh yeah, no,
but
she's
so
a
you-
homewrecker.
but are you saying that there's no justifiable cheating?
Yeah, nigga, just tell me you gonna leave me. That's fine.
That's a
That's
hard.
cap.
That's a big.
Oh,
That's
but it's so
oh.
easy to step out on a bitch. Nah,
It
No, no, no,
is because
it-
it don't cost me no
I'll play
divorce
Darnell
money.
Jones on your ass.
bruh, what?
Play Darnell. What's that?
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
Where I
Good.
wanna be.
That's fine. Stick it at the door on your way out, bro. Like that's cool, bro.
But that's a lot of paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to
fuck
get
your
this.
paperwork. If you want to sleep with someone else and embarrass me like that,
That
that's
wasn't
embarrassing.
TMZ embarrassed.
That is no.
Yeah.
He
he ain't
embarrassed her.
take no selfie
Does
and
he
it
not?
just got
Right, he
leaked.
did that out
cheated.
in the open, and
You a celebrity.
He in
that's
Italy.
That's stupid.
This
Nah, he
he-
got caught.
if I was gonna cheat on some, all right, never mind.
But it was
If
so
you
out
were
in the
to cheat on
open.
somebody-
Man,
It's
you
that
can't really
getting
get- you
caught.
can't really get mad though, cause non-fresh Riley, she bad as a motherfucker. So, as a woman, you can't be
Okay,
like,
so-
damn.
Yeah, so, like,
what I'm
is
saying?
there-
Okay.
I can
Let
see
me
she
put-
looks.
Oh, I
I
don't
can
wanna
see
hear
he
this
downgrade. He
question.
did upgrade with the cheating
Okay,
part.
no, y'all got that out. All right, so let's say I get married.
Okay.
My husband kind of lets himself go, just a little bit.
So what's a little? You said gain
Just
a little
bit.
weight.
He
What's,
gained a little
basically
weight. He gained a
saying-
little baby weight. Let's say
What,
he got a little
is he
baby.
looking like
'Cause
Doug
niggas gain
Heffernan?
weight too after their wife has a kid. I've seen a lot of men gain weight.
so what is he like? Roseanne's husband or like?
Nah, it's too big. I don't think I'll ever let my husband get that big because I'll tell a nigga to work out. Like, hey, honey.
And what if he
let's-
don't? What if he don't? Let's go with
If
Roseanne.
he don't, okay, then that's a mental issue that he mind over matter. That don't mean I leave him. Is he being lazy? Is he being
He's
a
a
terrible
fat
person?
fuck.
Okay, so
but,
is he not-
but you don't
Is he not
know,
being a good husband?
But you don't know what she's doing at the home that makes him.
Oh
wanna
yeah, but
leave,
that don't
'cause
mean that you work that out in
That's
the
a
home.
that's a big piece that that's
You
why
don't-
I hold my
I need
reserve.
there's a disconnect
Because we
in that.
don't know the whole story. Like they could have been
No,
arguing
no.
for months. They could be
That's a whole-
separated.
That's a whole ass kiss.
that's-
I
yeah,
told
that's
you
some
there's
straight
definitely
shit.
tongue in there.
They
We got the
definitely
picture
fucking.
out.
I mean,
It's
shit.
all
He
good.
probably
Yeah,
got
they
his tongue
fucking.
somewhere
They
else.
fucking.
But
Anyway,
go back to
okay,
your
let me
story.
go back to my thing. I kind of digressed. So if I step out on my husband because he doesn't look good anymore, that's justified.
You
It
just
all
said-
depends on circumstances.
you
of
talked
what
about
you're doing.
you talked about like you talked to him about his weight. You wanted him to change, but he nothing else. He doesn't beat
But
you or
just
abuse you.
only
Basically, it's
only
like
the
if you had a
looks.
man and you cheated on him with Obama, does he have a right to be mad because you upgraded?
You
Am
did
I
upgrade.
why?
Now
is
you
that
break
obvious?
you
I
breaking
can't
two
even-
Could you
houses.
be
too
mad
much.
at that
That was
shit?
too
Be
much.
like,
You
damn,
breaking-
you gonna cheat on me with Obama?
I'll be
Obama's
just mad at
too
myself.
much. Say like
Nicole Murphy's Obama. Is that what you
I
said?
say Jeezy. Okay, let's say she fuck with somebody.
or
like
yeah,
Jeezy
let's say
or
like
some
Michael B.
shit.
Jordan or somebody
Michael
like
B.
that.
Jordan.
Okay.
I'll be
I
like,
can- I'll
damn,
be
you know what I mean?
good.
She
Would
got
you-
Michael B. Jordan.
Nice.
Fuck, I'll be
Yeah.
mad at myself. Like what I did wrong.
And
You
that
know
could
what
be
I
the
mean?
reason why he lose the weight. You could bounce back.
Yes, but I still don't
Basically.
think cheating justifies anything. When you're married and got 2 kids, if my man cheats on me, I'm letting my future man know. If you cheat on me and I
Well,
gave you 2 kids, you're dead.
But you gotta be
Done.
spontaneous with relationship.
You could be spontaneous.
gotta
That don't mean
be.
you cheat. Just leave. Why do men? That's my question. Why are men so like?
Cause that shit
So
costs
against
a lot of
leaving.
It,
money.
Right,
it ain't
that's
that
like-
it ain't that
Marriage
difficult.
costs
It's
a lot of
easy.
pockets.
It's easy.
Fuck
That
y'all
shit
pockets.
costs-
easier.
That shit costs a lot of
Y'all
money.
took vows, okay?
That shit takes a lot of money.
Nah,
man.
bruh, I'm
Divorce
not
is
hearing it.
crazy, man.
Divorce is crazy, but so is cheating.
It is, but that's less
Nah,
money. you
B,
gotta
like
take.
you can't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, like
There's no
especially
justification
especially
when you
where
can
they
leave.
they probably in California where she automatically get half. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
yeah.
off rip. So like
Good.
that's not. I'm not. No pussy is worth half my whole. All my assets and all that other shit.
Well, then y'all talk about having an open relationship. If a nigga just stepping out on you, not letting you know he's over here, and then the girl
He was in
gonna lie.
Italy. He ain't
I mean,
expect
in a
He
way,
nobody.
stepped
he
all the
let
way
her-
out to a new continent.
In a way, he let her know he did it out in the open.
That's embarrassing, and I'm upset with you for you trying to use that as a
He over here-
justification.
Nah, that's the wrong one.
He's
The justification is that he left the country. Be like, look, baby, I respect you so much. I'm not gonna do no domestic
I
bullshit.
expected that from him, but not from you.
I'm
What are you
just-
trying to say?
I'm just saying, like,
Damn.
there is a point in time where you get tired of the bullshit. Am I right? Like, you just be like,
so
all right.
my question is, looks weigh that much for y'all?
It depends on. It depends.
For real?
Okay, that's like
you
being
just
real.
start out by saying
Being
that.
real with you. Be real with you. Okay, you like your clothes. When you go to the mall, and you pick your clothes out, and that shit start turning dingy after a while, are you gonna keep wearing that shit to the club?
Are you comparing people to clothes?
You got to. You gotta
No,
be real.
you can't
It's
do
He wants to
that.
open a store.
It just looks though. You gotta realize. I mean, like when you go to the store, you're like, okay, does it look good on me? I like how it looks. Like it fits right on me.
Okay, so
Well, I'm just saying more of like if I've talked to my spouse about losing weight and they choose to willingly.
do you
not
think?
eat,
I feel like there's too many holes in
Then
the
you're-
story because
That's
we
a
need
lot.
answers. We
That's
need
a
to
lot.
know what happened in that house
Well,
for her to gain.
I'm just
that
talking
weight.
to you about this. So I'm
Okay.
just-
Okay. Back
So
to
like
it. Okay.
if he's a good husband,
Mhm.
but he's just a fat fuck.
Mhm.
Lazy.
You
Is that a good husband?
Why he gotta be lazy?
and
Let's say
Mike-
not lazy.
and
Let's
Michael
just say
B-
he got ugly.
and Michael B. Jordan is your coworker somehow, some way. You end up working with him, and he over here flirting with you. You know what I'm talking about? He's showing you the Creed pictures and shit.
Y'all would justify that some way somehow.
There'll be
I
some,
wouldn't.
you'll say I'm
Y'all don't
unhappy
know
in the
what kind of
relationship.
home I came from. My parents have been in a
Well,
long
that's
distance
you.
relationship almost 10 years of my life.
That's long
literally.
distance. I'm talking
I'ma
about
say it
a
like
fat
No,
this.
but I'm saying they don't
Your
see
parents
they,
was doing that in a non-social media time. So we don't know
Yeah.
what our parents was doing. My parents was in some long distance shit too.
right.
I got an eerie feeling as I've gotten older.
Oh, I never had. Because my dad will never step out on my mama. No matter if she gained weight. My mama used to be chunky for a little bit. She went through depression. My dad been through some shit. But they just worked through it. Because that's what marriage is. You take vows. You grow with that person. You make each other better people. And you try to just be happy and make do with what you got.
All right, I'm gonna
if
get
you're
this-
not happy,
the
get the fuck
smallest
out.
violin out
Would
so
you
I can
be-
play this song.
Hold on.
Because you
Damn.
saying all that happy shit, that
Yeah.
ideal, like the ideology shit.
It's not easy. But
It's not
you make
easy.
it happen.
But if you big, it ain't making it easier either.
Well, my dad helped her lose the weight. This nigga didn't. I guess he didn't do enough for her or whatever it is. Like, I just don't understand that looks have that much of an effect. Like, if looks are what makes you cheat on somebody after you have been married, okay, whatever.
Ain't no
Married
nigga
kids,
fucking no girl outside of his marriage because her personality is bomb.
course,
Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's
right.
because she bad. Now I'm not justified. Like I don't think. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
we need to relook at marriage in general. In my opinion, I think.
I get
That's
if
why
you
they call it a
consider-
fuck up. Because you gotta fuck
Damn
up.
sure fucked
Can't
up.
be no sidestep. Can't be no fucking down, falling. It's
Facts.
a fuck up. You gotta.
But you
That's
gotta,
the only
but
justification you
gotta
can
know,
have.
You gotta know yourself too, because like she said, like if you care about looks that much, then you be like, you know what? I might need to just be in situationships. You know what I'm saying? Just have somebody that hold
Right.
Yeah,
down.
but you ain't expected that. I mean, because when they got married, she was bad as fuck.
And and I
then
get
she
that.
just threw herself off, and it's like after a while, you just like, damn, you know what I mean? Like I'm still taking care of my goddamn self.
Mhm.
Damn, why you just like you letting yourself
But if
go?
everything else is good,
Is
That's
it?
what I'm saying.
we don't.
We
That's what I'm
don't
saying. There's a
know.
lot
You
of
know what I'm
holes.
saying?
It's
She could
hard
be-
to.
she
I
could be
mean,
bitching at a
I
married
think
night.
everybody would stay if everything else was good, but I think
Yeah.
that is a chain of reaction.
It's
That
like-
might have been the straw that broke
Y'all
the
gonna
camel's
start
back.
It could have
arguing
been.
more
It could have been.
because the sex might not be as good.
Yeah, I
Bingo.
agree with that.
I can't pick your
Bingo.
ass up. I can't throw you around. You can't even
That
throw that
sounds like a
shit
personal
back.
problem.
I
You
can't
can't
even
pick your
catch
girl
you
out.
right.
Okay, like that's
No, I'm working. You just been
Bench
you
more.
been working harder the other way. I'm just saying it's chain reaction.
He said, "While I sleep, you eat."
right.
Really that way in that order, bro.
Bruh. I hear y'all, but I don't hear y'all.
I'm-
I just don't think of
That's
this
the thing.
justification
Marriage is
for
tricky,
cheating.
man.
Most
Marriage is tricky.
most marriages end on petty shit.
Facts.
There's no real good reason to get divorced. You know what I'm saying? Like there's really
I
it's
don't know.
always on
I don't
petty
know
shit.
because, like you said, divorce is when it comes to marriage. Divorce is expensive. It's a hassle.
Yeah.
It's not no petty shit that breaks that up. It's not.
Yeah.
You
It's
gotta
a lot
go
of shit
through a
built
lot.
up.
My
It's a
nigga.
lot of petty
Pettiness
shit,
ain't gonna last
Kim
through
K-
all the paperwork,
Kim K
all
broke
the
up-
conversations,
Bro, she broke up with
all
Chris
the
Humphries
negotiations.
She was supposed to marry him.
after
that's all
72
that
days, bro.
was. They weren't supposed to get married.
Man, that bitch.
Oh, no,
ain't
that
shit.
was
I
worth
can't
it,
even
though.
Compare that bitch.
That was worth it. She got bread from that.
You know what I mean?
Easy money.
Shit, she getting
What do you
money.
think? What do you
I
think the
can't-
Amazon?
Oh, my
Dude.
queen. My queen.
What do you think
I
they
love
broke
her.
up for? Over
I'm
what?
doing that.
What are they breaking up for though? You know what I'm saying? It had to be over
They're,
petty
they're
shit.
breaking up for billions.
And that was a lot of straws that probably broke that camel's back.
It couldn't have
to-
been
Yeah,
because
for
it's like
sure.
we the
Bruh.
richest motherfuckers in the world. We own Amazon. What are we arguing about?
He probably has a. There's probably something underlying
Ain't he step
there.
out with another woman right after her?
He's probably responsible for her death,
Like a
and
model?
she can't fuck with him ethically. That's what it is.
That shit, bro. That
Has
shit
to be.
dead.
That's the only thing that's gonna fuck you. You know you getting half. It was probably a money scheme, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just
So if your husband cheat on you with Beyonce,
do I have kids?
Yes.
He's dead. You can't
Can't
justify.
really get mad at
I
that.
just
Okay, before the kids.
Jesus Christ.
What if
that's
Beyonce gets pregnant and now y'all got the pathway?
What if your
now your
kids
kids
is-
is benefiting off that pregnancy?
What if your
Right.
kids is related to somehow to Beyonce?
why does the husband have to be alive for that? There's
Like
the
you're on the
genetic.
hot- you're on
Y'all,
the
I'm
hot
fucking
seat of
crazy.
this
I don't play with
cheating
that.
allegation.
This cheating is not valid.
You
in
could
my
get a book
eyes.
deal out of that. I'm the scorned woman. type
My
shit.
pride, the shit I do out of spite. I don't think y'all understand me as a person.
So you cutting his dick off? That's what you saying?
So you
I'm
are
killing
petty.
him. I'm kidding. Please don't. If y'all see this in 20 years or something happens, don't quote me. But either way, cheating's not justified. I'm not tolerating that shit. Especially if I think my issue is if I bring kids into this world and you have the nerve to embarrass me like that and step out on me, bruh.
So before the kids, you cool with it?
Before the kids, not that I'm not willing to tolerate it either. My friends always say I'm backwards because they'll be like, yeah, if he cheats and we have kids, I'm more willing to work through it because we got kids. I'm like, nah, my kids ain't gonna see me have to deal with that shit. If he cheats on me without kids, I'm just leaving.
That's kind of hard, man.
That is a lot.
I can't.
Because I may take my girl back if she cheat on me if we got kids.
You just, to me, if you
Depending on
cheat,
what,
you don't
depend,
respect that
depending
person.
on how the situation
about
went
all
down.
that.
You don't, like, if you lay down with another person, you just, there was so many moments for
What
you
if he
to
ain't
just-
laying down? What if he just? What
If
if he
he
fucking
lay
up?
down, he just kissed the chick. If he just kissed the chick, we might be able to talk. I might just.
So you ain't
be-
killing him off a kiss.
I won't kill him off a kiss. He
What
like
if a-
probably like have to sleep.
What if he got some
outside.
head? Just casual.
There's
head.
a lot of moments where you could have zipped it back up, bro. Like you should know what you're doing. Like
So you killing him
Damn.
based from any type of sex outside of kiss?
If he does say he
Yeah.
gets hit, are you asking like, did you bust? Because if that's a big thing. He could have zipped up in
what-
midway.
yeah, what
through,
if he-
like,
what if
you know what?
somebody-
I'm denying myself of this
what if?
for
He
you.
on some Jody shit. I
Yeah. What
love
if he
my
just
girl.
got head and he was like, you know what? It was so shitty, and I was thinking about you the whole time. I couldn't
I'll
even
be like,
bust.
babe, just go back to her. I want you to live that life with her then, because I'm out. I don't deal with cheating. I can't. I mentally, I can't grasp it. I can't understand it. Why marry someone if you gonna cheat?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about just like we're in a relationship or we've been dating or whatever. But when you take that vow and then you decide to have kids with this person, you're building a life with these people, and you have to realize you are impacting your kids at this point. If your kids see that you're not respecting your partner, what they gotta like. That's not a good role model. You're not providing the best environment for your kids at that point. In my eyes, it's very selfish. It's very selfish to me because at that point, you're putting another bitch over your kids because you're not respecting their mother
All right,
or their father.
That's
So,
a real nigga moment from Neems.
I'm
This
just gonna
week.
say, I have to say what I say. 'Cause y'all over here comparing people to clothes. I'm not. We're not close, okay? We got feelings.
All right, speaking of bad bitches losing, y'all hear about Serena
no.
Williams?
No.
But
She
she
lost for real.
But she
I heard
Yeah.
she
is
did
she
lose.
done? Is she
Is
done?
she done? No.
I don't think
She's
so.
37, about to be 38.
That don't mean
She's
shit.
coming off a kid.
I think she's different, but I don't think she's done.
Is she bad anymore?
She's still bad.
You saw
Got
that
a
magazine
I
cover?
love
She got a fat ass. I'm saying is she bad because it takes more than just that. I think that's where we get lost when it comes to athletes. We pretty much write them off as far as anything
She been
else.
doing, how long
You
she
got a
been
body.
doing it for like over a decade.
More than that.
Oh, 20. Like since
She's been
we
like,
were children,
since
like
five. Well, shit,
Damn.
professionally, I think she's early 20s.
younger.
Man, she
Her
ain't
and
playing,
Serena
man.
are.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you can do
Venus,
tennis
we were
for a
teens.
minute.
You could do tennis in like 15.
Nah,
years.
you can do tennis until you
Yeah,
56.
that shit,
Shit.
yeah, your
Yeah,
knees
that's
showed
true.
out. I mean,
But I mean, she's
She
been
just
dominant.
did the splits last year on the
Yeah.
court.
Yeah.
Maybe not last year. Last time she played tennis. Last year she played tennis. She hit the splits and did the
Yeah.
little.
My
Yeah, she good, bro.
my thing is
She
she's been
good.
dominant for over 2 decades, right? She's probably
Greatest athlete
easily
in the
I know
world.
niggas probably getting tired of that. Like, damn, I'm tired of
I
two
love it.
motherf- I mean, I love it too, but
hmm
damn, you want to see somebody new. Come on.
She the only reason why I watch tennis outside of
Facts.
on the women's side. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Same thing like I watch golf because of Tiger Woods. Like,
Yeah.
I can't
That's
even say
about it.
that, but yeah.
She
And-
got
oh,
beat
you don't
by
fuck with
who
Tiger
she-
Woods because he
No,
cheated.
no, no.
Right? Who
No.
did she lose to?
No, he yeah.
Who
Actually,
she
I
lose
don't.
She lost to what's her name?
Wasn't it a younger girl too?
Yeah,
Before her
Simona
Halep?
I'm horrible with names. Sorry, baby
You're doing
girl.
your
Yeah.
best.
She you won though, so you take that as a dub. But yeah, that was her straight set loss. She's close to getting that 24th Grand Slam as far as
Mhm.
Serena Williams, but we may not see that because right now she was beating a bunch of motherfuckers who was shitty, but then when she got into
when she
that
got
real,
to the real,
she
yeah.
got, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't looking good.
Mm.
And I think that I don't think I'm saying, I'm asking y'all, is she done? Not because I want her to be or I'm expecting her. It's just that she's been through a lot mentally and physically because, having a baby, I can't imagine having a baby, but like for a woman like her, especially at this point in her career, to have a child and then try to come back that quick, I feel like it
It's
don't work that
hard,
easy.
but I feel like she's like one of those athletes that like the mind over matter shit actually applies to her. Like she don't take no for an answer.
I
if
understand
she
that.
loses, it's because it's truly someone that beat her. But as of her,
So you think
giving
somebody's
up,
just better than her?
it might be that. I hate saying that, but it might be that.
I can't believe that because
I don't want to believe that.
it has to be
It has
her.
to be.
Then it has to then the opponent because I don't think nobody can really beat her if she's at her A game.
she-
And
I
don't
I
think
think she
she
may have
got
passed
beat.
her peak,
She
but
got beat. I mean, it's always gonna be somebody that's hungry. You got it. It's always gonna be somebody that's more hungry than you. Always gonna be some young motherfucker that's gonna come up. She was that one young girl that came up. You gotta pass the torch. You gotta
Right.
pass the
Exact-
torch.
that's
If
the
they-
thing.
Do you want her to go out on top or do you want her to be like,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
I
like a
need her to go
Dwayne?
out-
You want to go
I
out
mean, it
like
depends.
Jordan or Dwayne Wade?
I want her to try to
Oh,
come back.
yeah.
Like if she lost this, I want her to come back
I
hungry
need
one
her
more
to.
time. But if she lose again,
just exit left.
Yeah,
slowly.
just-
Yeah.
like we ain't gonna hold you.
Bow out
nothing against
at
you
that point.
for real.
But
But it's hard though. Like, see how relevant she is. We've been talking about her for 20 years. Like, she's
Yeah, she
still
got hers.
one of the greats. Like,
I know.
Hold on,
We're gonna never
she's
talk
done
about
her
this shit
job.
again after a while. If she leave, I don't
Mhm.
think we're gonna never talk about tennis black as black. Who do we
Nah,
got?
that one young lady.
Sloane Stephens.
Yeah,
she's dope too. And then the homegirl that's like Haitian and Japanese.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like
Oh,
16.
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I like her too. There's a
she
lot
kind
of
of look like
upcoming black tennis.
Doodle Bob in the face. But yeah,
Nah, she
Yeah.
cute though. She Doodle Bob. You are rude as fuck. I just figured Doodle Bob.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah,
She-
shit, right?
she's a child.
Bruh, literally, she is a kid. She has to grow into that.
All right,
face.
well then she about to grow into this shit. You know, no
I
slight.
can say she's gonna be a baddie. Japanese and Haitian. That's what this.
It
All right,
sounds
yeah,
good.
She got a bright
It
future.
sounds
Yeah,
good.
Exactly.
she getting bread as it is. She
No, easy.
keep
Easy
swinging
money.
the racket. Go ahead.
But Serena, to me, that's my queen. Like I always say, I respect her. I literally like. She's just excellence in every aspect of her life. She's a go-getter. I don't. However, she decides to go out in tennis, whether it's on top or she just keeps, coming up short. I respect it because the game. It's hard to stay relevant for 20 years, bro.
That is true.
What athlete has stayed relevant for 20 years? Give
Michael
me
Jordan.
No, playing the game for
playing the
20
game?
years.
Oh,
Kobe
listen,
retired after 20, but did he?
who was
Oh,
it?
black athletes?
It was
Any
athletes
athlete.
in general.
Give me just an athlete in general. 'Cause
Phil
I actually
Mickelson.
can't think.
Floyd Mayweather.
Vince Carter.
Boy.
My nigga VC. Yes.
Hell
He's
no,
in my
I
top
was a
five.
Dirk.
joke.
No, bro, don't ever disrespect Vince Carter in my presence.
Dirk.
Dirk just retired.
But Dirk, he
yeah,
had a
he went
nice
through it
little
through 20 years,
longevity of.
I'm
LeBron,
talking about somebody who's been on like I thought
But
you were
they-
talking about somebody who's like really relevant, like still
yeah,
elite.
like Serena level, like her caliber of excellence.
Yeah, no, that's hard.
That you can't name an athlete like that.
Yeah, she
You
is.
can't.
She's
is she
perennial.
Is she top 5 all
perennial.
time?
Top
Athlete?
3.
For sure.
I would say number 1 because
Top
I'm
3 athlete.
Also
Okay.
Number
a
1.
stan.
Okay.
Oh,
Back a little bit.
Let me hear your argument.
Number 1 athlete of all time.
I said what I said.
He don't even know. You
I'm
said what I said.
baffled.
That's hard to say.
We gotta take a poll after this.
You gonna have to.
I'm gonna have to say Jordan on that one.
I would say
Not that
Serena, Floyd, and
I might even
not
say
in that order, but
Damn you. I was like, we on the same page for once. We're not.
Yeah, you got it like that. And then damn, you're right. I don't have a third.
I don't think she's number 1. I definitely think she's top 5.
Why isn't she number 1? What about it isn't number 1 for you?
I'm just talking about as her impact globally. I don't think it's bigger than Jordan's. Like Jordan made
that big?
Jordan.
No, I mean,
Jordan
yeah.
Jordan
He
made the
wasn't big.
game
He wasn't.
global. You know what I'm saying? Like
He wasn't
Magic
big.
and Bird made it. They brought back basketball, but Jordan made
Yeah,
it
I ain't
global.
gonna lie.
Like
But
Yeah,
regard
Jordan-
his, he did it himself, but his reign could have been even longer. But he left the game at times.
That's
and
that's
then
even more
he stayed
impressive.
in longer.
He
than-
retired twice.
What about Tom
This
Brady?
girl had a baby with a complication, almost died.
Tom Brady.
But
That's what it, Tom Brady. That's what it is.
Tom Brady.
Those are the top
Brady's
three
good.
right there.
That's
Tom
Brady,
Brady,
Jordan,
Serena.
Serena.
and-
That's almost 20 years.
I was saying
Yeah,
Jordan
I ain't
4.
gonna lie, Tom Brady.
Oh,
my
so
dude.
who's the third? Oh, Floyd. Okay, I hear you.
Damn.
You gotta throw Ali in there too. You know
Oh,
what I'm
Ali's
saying?
in my top 3,
One of the
actually.
greatest.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Go.
What's he do? He's a goat, but I don't know.
Yo,
I love
Yeah, no,
Ali.
we're talking about
Don't get me wrong,
longevity.
I love
no, but I'm
Ali.
just saying
I
like
love
we're talking about
I
greatest
love
athletes. I thought we were talking about greatest athletes.
Okay.
I mean,
of all time.
longevity is a big part of that.
Okay, well
Yeah.
then yeah, obviously Muhammad Ali ain't in there. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
he can't be in there.
He's just one
I
of my
say
goats.
Floyd. He's a
Either
goat.
way, I don't think there's been an athlete like Serena Williams ever.
They probably had, yeah. They probably never will be.
Ever.
Right, hands down the greatest female athlete.
Why y'all got to do that? Okay, we just won the World Cup,
It's
and y'all still
debatable.
excluding us.
It's-
How many World Cups the women's
What do you mean
USA team
excluding
won?
y'all? I'm putting y'all in your own lounge.
I don't
y'all own
like that.
category.
Okay, we're up there with the boys. Okay,
I
when's
didn't
the last
say y'all
time?
weren't.
I'll give you
Yeah, calm down. What you talking about?
I don't like
Hey.
this. I don't like this.
Independency.
Not even that. It's not
You don't
even
be. You don't want to be
independent. You just wanna
recognized for your greatness.
Nah, it's not that. We're great. It's always we're great for being a woman. You're cool for being a black
No,
woman.
I
Nobody
was
say
saying,
no, nah.
It just it's why do we have
out
to
of
have our own
all
category?
female athletes, Serena's on top. Now, when it comes to all athletes of all time, it's debatable for me.
Why though? What does
It's
she
a
have to
lot
prove to
of
you at this
athletes.
point?
She doesn't have nothing else to prove, but those other athletes other than her, the scale just got wider.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
when
saying?
you-
you
the
added
more-
a whole nother
Still,
gender.
damn sure did get wide. You got
Exactly.
a whole lot of athletes.
It's like
I
if-
say Tom Brady.
It's like
yes.
if you got 5 different plugs in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be. It's hard to pick.
It's competitive.
It's
but
competitive
You got
out
a
here.
whole lot. You got
Everybody trying to eat.
baseball players. You got basketball,
I'm not-
soccer, everything.
But I can't even think of a baseball player that had
can't,
the
Ken
effect
Griffey.
on the game the way that Serena did on tennis and women's sports in general.
You said baseball.
No, that was just my example.
I
But, like,
mean, that's the thing. Like when we talk about,
because you could look at each sport separately and be like, yeah, there's. Been
I
a
think
great
you have
of
a
this, great
better
of that.
argument for longevity. But as far as impact, I think she falls in those rankings because you got like a Jackie Robinson. You got like people who like
Yeah, but
changed the
Serena
fucking
Williams
game.
is the Serena Williams of impact in women's
Yeah.
sports.
I understand
Yeah, no,
that, but that's
she
what I'm
is.
saying. But like,
Like
Ten,
black
I'll
girls
say-
weren't playing tennis
why
at
you
all.
why you
saying black
breaking
girls?
up to women's sports and black girls?
Right, black
Like,
girls.
No,
I thought we
but
were
what you
talking
saying?
about
'Cause you
everybody.
said Jackie Robinson, and I'm thinking black
No, but we're
men in
talking about-
baseball.
No, we're talking about black people.
We talking about
In
athletes.
baseball.
Oh, okay, then Serena Williams for black people in general. Then you don't think so?
I say Serena Williams. She made tennis more popular. Of course, she did make tennis popular. 'Cause
Yeah.
people weren't watching tennis. I mean,
I
Nah,
know.
people's
got-
watching. You got
people
Billie
was
Jean
watching.
King came out before
Okay,
Serena.
but all we got is Billie Jean King. Name
But
another
she
one.
said, "You talking about women, nigga?" Like,
Venus.
I could only think of Andre
Venus
Agassi, Billie
Williams.
Jean King, Serena Williams, Venus Williams, and then these newcomers. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
But
It was
that's
two
her
of them in
sport.
the same household.
ain't that amazing?
Came and changed the sport.
Black girl magic.
Undeniably, they changed the sport. Whether we
did.
say
It's like Steph and Seth.
That's rude. You did not just compare those two. Is Seth even in the league now?
Damn, he went to the
is.
Western
Steph
Conference
wishes Clay was his brother more than
I
Seth
swear to
was
God
his
he
brother.
does. I
when
swear
you
he
talking about
does.
Marcus and Mike, they're my dudes, man. Marcus, you know what I'm talking about?
Well,
Marcus
Bad Boys?
Vick. Nah, Marcus Vick.
Oh yeah, his
Marcus
brother.
Vick,
Yeah,
Mike Vick had a brother.
yeah,
Marcus
exactly.
Vick.
Oh yeah, he did.
That's
Marcus
I'm
Vick,
not
that
gonna
was,
let
yeah.
it fly.
Marcus, nah,
My bad.
He from Newport News. Marcus Vick is my dude, street dude.
Dope.
I think what team he played for? I forgot what team he played for.
I gotta Google this shit.
I forgot.
In college, it was Virginia Tech in college.
Like, he went to the pros too. He just was fucked up in the pros.
Yeah,
didn't do
he
too
couldn't
much in
really
the
do
pros,
much. Yeah,
'cause he was always in and out of streets and shit.
Damn, I don't remember.
I don't
that's-
remember neither, man.
that's
crazy,
that's
bro.
another
That's
topic
sad, bro.
as far as
Look it up real
siblings
quick,
who ain't
shit.
live up to their
That's sad,
other
bro.
siblings.
I
Bruh.
remember him
That's
going
fucked
in.
But since we on, Niaima, you've been going on about black women. I'm gonna end it on this note. Did y'all see that Harriet Tubman movie coming out?
I did
Or
see
like
the
the
trailer.
trailer for it?
Man,
What y'all think about it?
I hope to God that it live up to the standards of what I'm thinking.
So you
'Cause
like
I-
watching slave movies?
No,
You
but
don't?
I like watching. I can't call it. I hate that word slavery, man.
I get that.
We was imprisoned,
Yeah.
but I just
Oppressed.
that too. Yeah, we were chained. You know what I mean? We was in prison, but it's just like that movie. What's that movie called?
Which one? 13
With,
years.
12 years a slave?
Nah,
12 or 13?
hell, I ain't even watched that movie.
Yeah,
bro.
that was
That's
that
a
was
dope-
deep.
I didn't watch that one either.
I only
Birth
saw
of
the
a
vibe.
Nation. Birth of a Nation. Birth
Oh,
of a
I
Yeah.
didn't watch that one.
Birth
Nat
of
Turner.
a Nation.
Yeah, that was dope.
It kind of ended fucked up. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, wait, come on, bro. That's not how you end no damn Nat
How'd it
Turner movie.
end? I don't know how-
That's-
I never watched
But that's
it.
how he went
Even
out.
though
They
he
killed him
didn't
at
go
the
out
end.
like that. It's just the fact
Of
that
course.
that's not how it all went. It didn't go all the way. Like it didn't go down like that. That's not.
Mhm.
You know they put their own little stuff to it.
You got to make it a
know?
movie at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Right,
they put
people
their
need to
own
watch
little
it.
Stuff to it, but it's just like, dang. I hope get this Harriet Tubman. You can't. It's Moses right there, man.
Bruh, for real.
That's
I
Moses.
So you have
And
high,
they better make her as thick as she was.
Is that what you're thinking about?
No, but
Is
I'm
that-
just saying,
no, no,
cherry
no, no,
on
no,
top. Cherry on top.
I'm done.
Now I was thinking that when I was watching the trailer, I was like, "Is it gonna show that picture they got?"
I was about to say, I will pull it up. She was thick.
Nah,
She was
but
thick,
I personally have low expectations for this movie, just for the fact that I don't, like you said, Nee, like it's just like it's another oppressed movie
Yeah.
about black people. And even though I do think this story should have been told years ago, I do respect the fact that it's coming out now. But at the same time, it's like, what was the last really good oppressed movie like this? You know what I'm saying?
For me, 12 Years a Slave was hard. Like, that really fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like, I
Oops,
couldn't
I ain't even
be around white people
Oops
for a
was crazy.
second. But it was
Made niggas
good.
beat
Same
people
with
the fuck
Get
up,
Out.
bro.
Oh, Get Out. Yeah, I watched that movie when I was back in Indiana, bro.
But yeah, as far as like
Shit was
slave
not
movies,
good.
it's just like, all right,
I
we
hate seeing
get it.
slave
It's like it hits
Django?
the same beats.
Django was good.
Yeah.
No, you don't think so?
Nigga, that was a made up. I'm talking about like these
I enjoyed
biopic movies. Like they always hit
Yeah.
the same beats. Like it's like, okay, you're a
But her
slave.
story is so different from the regular slave story. Is why
Actually
I.
is.
No, I'm intrigued because I don't know how her story ended. Like, it's like, we know about what she
She was
did,
free.
but we don't
Yeah,
know.
she was free. She
She
lived
was
for
a
a
teacher.
long
She was a
time.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, exactly. I don't know what she
She
did
was
once
After.
I think she was
Mhm.
a teacher and stuff like that. She
Yeah,
was a
so I'm
teacher.
interested in seeing that, but at the same time, it's
She
like,
blew her own husband the fuck out. She shot her own, killed her own husband because he was a snitch.
Wasn't she also a
What?
spy?
For real?
She killed her own husband. Yeah, she was about it, man. She wasn't playing. She was Moses.
Yeah.
She was not bullshitting, man. She killed her own husband, man. Shot his motherfucking head off because he's about to snitch. He was one of them.
oh yeah, she always
Yeah.
had the shotty next to her. That's why you
Yeah.
respect her.
Right, she wasn't playing.
Yeah.
She wasn't bullshitting.
But I just-
really about
yeah.
that.
Right, it was do or die at that point.
Damn right.
Hey,
yeah.
bro, that's why we
At
be
that
saying
point.
like, bro, God knew what time to put us in, cause bro, I would have been dead. I
Yeah,
would have.
probably would
You
have
was in the house. You good?
Yeah, I'm about to
Nah,
say,
Good.
I'ma see
We-
niggas running and
We
fuck
may
it.
have
I'm
some
gone.
issues.
he gonna be in that house with that same blue face fade.
You know damn well you would make it.
That's not the point.
You would make
I
it,
would have
but
been outside working. I would have got a little bit darker.
Nah, you would have been in that barn too.
Hey, yo, chill.
They would have been like, pour this milk. Check the mail.
Okay,
You
that's
want
not
some
the
cream
point.
in your
Let's
coffee?
get back to Harriet Tubman. Her story. Her story would have been dope. It's gonna be dope.
I
Just
just
because of so
don't.
many different angles.
I'm just like, man.
I
They
know we
gotta
can
do it
find
right.
some-
Like, there's no room for error for this type
Yeah.
of stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like, how do y'all really anticipate it hitting? Like you said, like
No.
hitting
You don't
all the
think so?
notes. Like,
I don't
had low
know.
expectations. For
I
it.
really don't know.
I think it's almost impossible to live up to.
Yeah.
Like, cause we all gonna imagine it in a real grandiose type way. Like, she was really running this shit. It was no breaks. But nah, I think at the end of the day, it was reality. Like, niggas, not all niggas was making it. It wasn't
Yeah.
pretty. There was a
Yeah,
lot of hard
nah.
decisions she had to make.
But dying,
Killing her husband.
If anything, I
Like,
wish.
I
this
don't
shit's
think
I
it's
hope-
that hard.
I hope
This
they
shit's
do it.
not glorious.
I hope they do it like Django.
It just had to be
like,
done.
make it rated R, which should probably be PG-13.
Okay.
But like make it
Nah,
rated, like,
because what's it called? 12 Years a Slave. That was rated R too.
that was but that director who did it, like he always does rated R. He don't know nothing else.
Okay.
Like usually with Harriet Tubman, you people want like, oh, let's make a field trip out of it, kids. Let's go to the theater and see.
Nah, bruh.
Now I want to see niggas getting like, all right, bro, what's
The
up?
thing is, if they tell her story accurately, because school they water shit down, especially when it comes to like black folks being great and slavery in general. So we didn't get the whole. I didn't learn about Harriet Tubman actually until I looked up stuff on my own and like researched things on my own. So hopefully, if they do it correctly, it shouldn't be PG-13, in my opinion. If they give you
shouldn't be.
no slavery movie should be PG-13, in my opinion.
No,
Like-
really.
Like dead ass, like niggas is getting raped, niggas is getting sold, like they're
Right.
becoming.
It
like,
isn't appropriate.
It's inappropriate.
This is not
You do
appropriate for
dehumanizing
audiences.
people.
God damn, like I heard about that Nat Turner, how they fucked him up. Man,
Yeah.
they hung him.
If you watch 12 Years a Slave, bro, they start the movie off with fucking niggas up, bro.
Right.
Like he get
Bruh,
fucked up.
Listen how
He
that
in a-
man died, bro. Like
Yeah. Nah,
they,
yeah,
they,
nah,
they
Nat Turner,
skinned
yeah.
him and pay like they had the 4 horses. Boom, you know what I mean? Skinned them, made a couch out of it. I'm like, damn.
You
they-
said made a couch?
Nah,
They
cause
made a couch
Nat
out
was
of his
killing
ass.
motherfuckers, bro. He
they
killed
made a-
men,
they
women,
made a
and
couch
children.
Out of his, I
Mhm.
swear to God, they made a couch out of his skin, man. You know,
Sick.
sick as
Yeah.
fuck.
It's
Like,
sick. It's
damn.
Everybody, cause he was like killing hella white people, and like his bounty went up every time he was killing
Hell
people.
yeah,
So
boy,
like when
it
they
is.
got his ass, they was like, we gonna really torture your ass.
we gonna make an example out of your black ass.
Damn.
Yeah. That's
You
the
said
thing,
got
you don't
4
learn.
horses?
4 horses.
4 different
yeah,
directions.
4 different directions. Boom.
That's why like
They showed
Look
that in the
up.
movie?
No.
Oh, I was about to say,
Hell,
goddamn.
I wish they
Nah.
would have, cause I ain't that
Nah,
put like
bruh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nah, you would have.
that'da gave you
To
a
this
Roots
day,
vibe.
you won't be fucking with white folks.
Bruh, dead ass. They know what they doing. They know.
To this day, bro. I swear. It took me a little bit to get out. Like I said,
Get out, yeah.
get out. I was like, I don't
yeah,
trust
Get
you.
Out movie was like,
I don't trust y'all niggas.
Start looking at white folk like
White
that's
girls
how y'all
especially.
Bruh.
I
I'm
told
telling
you,
you. I be
yeah.
warning y'all.
That's why I'm glad you started fucking with them white girls.
Playing
bro.
at LA
Fucking
Fitness,
white
I was
girls.
hooping. I looked to the left. I seen some white girls. I was like, hold on, what? Started missing on purpose and shit.
You thought they was gonna try to take your body next?
Right.
Yeah, bro.
So
I
where
ain't
the keys
athletic.
goes?
I ain't the one.
But y'all should check out if y'all interested in learning more about like what black people went through, not just slavery. Look up medical apartheid when it comes to like, you know, Tuskegee experiments. Henry, what's her name?
Kent just went
Lacks.
to the Tuskegee just
Institute?
today. He was talking hella shit to us. So, yeah, these where they motherfucking took us and did all these experiments. He talking to a bunch
it's
of white folks
wild.
around. He over here yelling, yeah, the white man did it.
Hold on, who was saying that?
Yeah.
That's how you was hollering, bro. You ain't give a damn.
YOLO, I feel it. Now speak your truth, brother. Speak it.
He said it was their kind.
No, dead ass. But if
up,
you look
man.
into that shit, like it's fuck. Even here in Georgia, I can't remember the school. It's like one of like the oldest schools from Georgia. Their first medical school down here. They had a black man who used to be a slave, I believe. He was grave robbing other black people, taking their bodies from graves and using them for science and medical experiments for up way into the 1900s. Like
Damn.
it's sick. Like if you
That's
look into
crazy,
science and black people, it's so much deeper than just slavery. So like just stay woke, people. Like I know it's hard to always be up to date on this shit, but you know what our people went through and what we continue to go through every day.
Damn, I want to
so.
know what the hell we been through before what we been through.
Bruh.
Damn,
Right.
we don't never tell those stories.
They burned the
Yeah.
records. They burned the records.
They damn sure
Exactly.
that-
Yeah,
they
no, they
trying to
erased the
burn
history.
records. No, they
Exactly.
trying to erase the. They can't. They digging it up and they finding it. We
Yup.
not
That's what.
seeing it.
that's the movies that I want to see. Like I
They
want to see.
digging them up.
Things
like,
you haven't
damn.
heard of.
Yeah, I wanna
things
see
you
Yeah,
never
it'll be
mentioned.
slight shit, bro. I seen an article, but it was like they try to
They
power
are,
wash
bruh.
hieroglyphics
They are,
What?
bro. I
in
swear to
Egypt.
God,
Like,
I
fool.
believe it.
yeah, they was trying to power wash to erase the history.
I mean, they
Swear
took
to
the nose off
God.
the Sphinx.
I
Mhm.
mean, I swear to God, it's around the whole world,
Yeah.
man. They
What if the
got-
Sphinx had just a shitty nose though? Like, what if they was like, you know what, fuck it. let's
Yeah,
just-
like, we
Let's
fucked this
fuck-
one up.
He said we fucked this one up. Take it off.
Bruh.
Now they know that's
Give a
racist. Yeah.
But yeah, they
Crazy,
altered a lot of history. Like even with Black Panther, remember how Michael B. Jordan was mad? It's like he was gonna take our mask, our culture, and show it off in a museum. This belongs with us, and he took his shit back. Like stuff like that is real though.
It is, but
It's real.
but that character he played, he
Oh, no,
killed,
no, not
he
his
killed
character.
more black women than anybody.
Oh yeah, no, he was the
Like,
worst. He killed his own chick. Like he
Yeah.
ain't shit. But I'm just saying, like
I felt that. I ain't
It's
gonna lie,
there.
I felt that nigga. I didn't know he was a hero. He was a villain. Which
All
one?
right,
Yeah,
he was
that little
liberating, bro. He
anti-hero.
was liberating. It was
I
like to
probably
what
would've been
side?
down with that nigga. Like, man, we gotta fuck that. We got all
Yeah.
the tools.
You see
man.
the
Let's
other
go
dude, he
back
switched
and
sides.
Right.
oh, real quick, real quick.
Nah, if that was really modern day, nigga, somebody convincing him like, bro, we've been second
We
all
been-
this time, bro. We
Bruh.
trying to be on top.
It wouldn't
Yeah,
be easy.
right.
Like,
Oh no, I mean,
What's life like if we on top?
That
Because I'm
is-
doing the exact same shit. I'm employing our niggas only.
Yay.
It's gonna be segregated as hell. I don't even want to get in this conversation, but
I
I'm
know,
just
yeah,
saying.
yeah, you
like,
did. Yeah, you did.
I'm just
Speak your
saying,
truth.
like, we winning first, and then we got y'all with
He
the
basically
extras.
saying if everything was switched, if black people was the majority in this country than white people, it'd just be the same shit,
I
just different
mean,
colors.
the way things are going right now, white people about to be the minority. We gonna see what happens.
We've been the minority. We less than 16%.
I'll tell you
I know,
something.
but wait, white
Mexicans
people,
is about to
like,
be the
give it
majority.
Like 50. Oh,
So
yeah,
I'll
sure
be
is.
crossing sides.
Only half of you will
Do
be.
you just pick?
Half
I'll
of
leave
you
the
other
pick
half.
and choose. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
You pick and choose when to be Mexican or black.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's almost like a switch. I'm perfecting it,
That's really powerful.
but not yet.
He ain't
right
shit.
now,
That's
it's like
what he
one of
is.
them dial. It's a dial right now.
Yeah.
He ain't shit. That's what he is. Like,
So do you cross out other on job applications? What are you?
No, we don't have a box yet, so I'm black.
You got
For real, we don't have.
One
I don't
drop
have
in.
a box. It's either black, and it says in parentheses not Hispanic. I'm like, well, damn, why they fuck me up like that? And then
I'm telling you,
it's
make your own
Hispanic.
little section.
because they don't want the
black
Afro
people.
Latina population. That's too
Yeah.
many black people. They,
Well, we
That's
here.
That's too much
Shit.
power. Yo, take
Shit,
over
like I
this
say,
shit.
nothing but black people too, man. They just don't know it.
that question you asked though, that was interesting as far as could you be born in any different era than what you was in and survive it? And I ain't talking about, oh yeah, I was born 20 years early. Nah, I'm talking about like you was born in 1900, 1905. Could you think you could survive it?
I wouldn't want to be in the no Renaissance time, but that's too dirty and foul and
Oh yeah,
fuck.
no, not in Europe. You would still be
No
in Africa at
seasoning
that
on
point.
any of they shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, they had to do a whole journey for spices. The nigga,
Yeah.
I think he said,
Who doing that? Cause I barely go down the street to
I feel
Kroger.
like that's how they got slaves. So yeah, I don't know, because I feel like we grew how we grew up in this time period kind of made us who we were, how I stand up towards things, who I am as a person. So to say like, oh, what would I be like if I was born in like 1850, I was born into slavery or some shit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You be
because
snitching on the motherfuckers too.
hey yo,
She be like, look, if I was born in '93, look, I'll be on my pro black shit, but shit, everybody.
I don't
Since
know.
it's not, they did the word for me.
I feel like your environment and what you're around really influences who you are. So for me to be like, yeah, I'd be like Harriet Tubman back in slave days. I don't know. Like I have to go through slavery first.
Hey, I'm gonna be
It
like,
might
I'm
change
peace
it.
out.
Boy.
I'm gone,
God
boy.
damn,
Yeah.
boy.
I'm
Oh,
trying.
shit
I'm gonna try to. I'm
shit
gonna.
off where they find your ass.
Bro, it's
Shit.
scary once you in it. You don't
Shit.
know how you gonna act. Me now saying, yeah, I'd run. Being like,
No,
the
I
man
would.
that
I would
am.
run, and I would probably die running. But
probably
at the same
would, too.
time,
Yeah, I don't think
if
I'd
I
last.
if I
I
did
wouldn't make
escape, like I don't know if I would be like Harriet and come
And
back.
go back.
Yeah,
And
You-
go
you
back.
be one of them
yeah.
brand new niggas?
That takes.
I might be a brand new
I
nigga.
mean, you forget everything.
I'm like,
Fuck them
That
niggas.
smell like broken here. Walking around smoking.
But see, that's
done.
damn
All
near
that
what
shit.
don't call. I'm like, don't call me
said-
with CC no more. Call me Nicholas.
Damn, they ain't make you.
sick.
Shit.
Fuck them
Yeah.
niggas. I ain't
Well.
going back.
That's real.
That's fucked up.
I'm like
but-
these niggas won't hold me back.
Yo, y'all ever seen that Dave Chappelle
That's
skit
God.
where he went back in time and he was like whipping white people during slavery? He found the master.
He
I
said,
know.
what y'all doing? He said, nigga, this is a gun.
And then he started.
Shot his motherfucking
I was about
ass.
to say,
that's
if you were a white man back in the day, would you have slaves?
Nah. Innately,
You
I, just,
saying that because you a black woman? So
I'm
you-
I can't
saying-
change that one. That one I can't
Now,
change.
now frame it. If you was just black, if you was anything, would you have slaves if you had the money? And that was a way. That was the way of shit. Like you got this whole ass land to tend to.
I just don't like.
You ain't
I would-
gonna pay
No,
me.
I'm not gonna have slaves, but I am gonna be cheap with my bread. Like I'm not gonna pay you.
That's African.
I ain't gonna pay you the top bill. You know what I'm saying?
So you have
ain't gonna
indentured
pay them.
servants. You be like, I got you for 15
You be
years.
like, we'll
and
pay
then
you.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I
I
don't want you for 15 years. I'm gonna say I'm gonna pay you, but I'm gonna pay you half price.
I'll be like, we'll pay you
cheap.
enough to go
Mexicans.
get breakfast that you can only get here, and if you make it, or we'll give you breakfast and no pay.
I'll pay you for.
That's the ultimatum.
I'll pay you for a fast break. You only get 5-minute break.
Remind me never to work for your ass,
Get your
ever.
ass back out there. Nah, but I was gonna ask y'all like, I don't think black people could have a time machine. Like once you go past the 80s, like why are we going? Like what
we
am I
will
going?
fuck so,
Yeah,
so much
right.
history
What
would
am
be
I?
changed.
What am I going back for? Like there's nothing good for black people past the 70s.
Yeah,
Hell no.
I would kill a lot of white people. I don't know if I can say that on air. But yeah.
That's
Like,
all it's on.
Fuck it. Hey, I would probably too, man. I don't know. If I was born in the 60s, I'd probably be a heroin addict, probably be dead. Somebody probably killed my
You don't
ass.
know that. You don't know that.
I
Don't
don't.
say that.
I mean, I did that shit.
you could have been
so,
Black Panther out here with like Huey
I don't
Newton and
know.
shit. Like
That was damn near the wave, though. Shit.
Yeah, that-
It was the way.
That's what I love about
drugs,
It was the wave,
drugs, sex, and money. Shit.
hey, and
That
fighting for
always
something.
fuck up
The
somebody.
'60s, Hollywood time, everybody was off something.
Drugs, sex,
Yeah.
money, pimping. That was the shit back in them days, man.
Yeah,
Crack
there was
came
a lot of
in,
diseases,
Lord
too.
Jesus.
Hey, I don't even see myself from. I don't want to see that time period of me. That'd be bad. You right.
Yeah, I'll be just like Denzel was in Malcolm X, but I don't go to jail and change. I'm just that. I'm just
and you're not,
I'm reading Malcolm
you're
X.
not politics.
I'm wearing that big ass suit, swinging my arms like Spike Lee did,
Y'all
coked
shit.
out with a white bitch.
Oh, so that's when you go to white women. Oh, okay.
Detroit
Oh yeah, I
red.
mean shit.
It's
Supreme.
it's the
It's a
'60s.
67.
I'm grossed out by both of you now.
You ain't
Huh?
lying.
I'm grossed out.
I'm just saying when
grossed out.
when we get to the 90s, oh yeah, of course I'm pro black.
Oh, then that's when you go to your black queens.
Oh, of course.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Fuck all y'all.
It's like you back then. You saw a nigga with a white woman. You were like,
Thought
damn,
he
he
was
gave
shit.
up all his. But no,
Oh.
he's smacking both. That's what it is.
No, back then you saw a
He
nigga
just,
white-
he just now he's fucking white women
I
too.
can't.
Thought you was
cannot.
It's
a
not
man
like
at
he
that
done
point.
dropped
You that
off.
nigga.
They're not in the same circle. If anything, it made it too easy. But, you know.
I didn't appreciate this conversation. I don't like it. It took
Right,
a-
you-
it
I
took
feel like
a
you asked
turn
the
left.
question.
We pro black now. That's all that matters.
Right,
If we had a
exactly.
time machine, we may not be.
Nah, I'm gonna
That's
throw,
all
I'm
I'm
gonna throw
saying.
y'all ass back. Go to the 60s. Leave y'all with the whites. Y'all don't deserve us queens no more.
All right, whatever. Yeah, you say that and you still won't take your man back if he cheat on you. Okay.
Hell
That's-
no.
That shows you how much you ride for your black people.
Yeah, the nigga cheated on me. I owe him nothing.
Yet you want to drop us off in 1960
Yeah,
just because
yeah.
we said we wouldn't be with black women back then.
Yeah.
Actually, we won't say we wouldn't be with them. We just have more diversity with our selection.
Yeah, no, it would be. I'd
So
have black
what makes
women
it
in
so
addition.
different now? Because I feel like white people were just as, if more, racist to niggas.
Now,
Y'all to be like,
Women,
no, back
women,
then.
women get better
oh,
with.
back then, yeah,
women-
it was racist as hell.
Yeah, so why would you be with a white woman?
It's the risk.
She's probably calling you nigger.
It's the thrill.
Yeah, it's like fucking on a balcony.
That's
Just
I bet
basically
you that's,
living Get Out.
that's
like,
the
is what
only
y'all telling me,
reason-
but in the 60s.
that's the only reason MLK would have done it. I can't fathom any other reason.
MLK was fucking white prostitutes and beating them.
And he was hella pro-black with it
Yeah,
too.
he was.
He was the only pro-black dude fucking white women.
Don't put that in my head.
You ain't know
Damn,
that?
You ain't watch
bro.
Selma?
Nah.
Bro, you watch Selma? They played the tapes for his wife.
You
She
gotta
talking
know.
about. She sat his ass down in the living room talking about some. What is this? He said,
Damn.
I had a
He said,
dream.
Right,
that
good
was
one.
he said
You
that
ain't know
was a
that?
wet dream.
Bruh,
Damn,
niggas ain't
why
shit.
Why they doing that shit to the
Niggas
legends,
are not
bro?
shit.
Right, bro.
Well, he did this to himself.
You
What
keep
mean?
digging, you gonna find dirt, and they
Bruh,
found the
niggas
shit.
are not
Yeah,
shit.
Damn, for real.
Y'all cool.
Yeah,
though.
man.
Damn.
We better. I ain't gonna say we better than Martin. Ain't nobody as much shit as he's done. I still can't say I'm better than Martin Luther
You
King.
said I'm better than Martin Luther
Damn.
Wait a minute.
He cheated on his wife and some more shit, but he's still
still better than
he's
me.
still-
White bitches
Bruh.
at that.
Still a great
God
man.
No, he
Right,
was beating
bruh.
the fucking
They've
white
ruined the
prostitutes.
best. They've ruined the best of us, bro.
Yeah.
Except Obama. Obama's the last. Well, he ain't do shit for black
Who the
people when he
fuck
was
We
alive.
ain't
Yeah,
discovered
Yo,
that
it's
yet.
I
Shit,
just
white
saw a
people.
post about that. It was 8 years, bro. What
He
did y'all
didn't
want
do
him to
shit.
do?
For 8 years, if I've known you for 8 years and not done shit for you, are you still
Okay,
fucking
so
with
what's
me?
is Obamacare not doing anything for anybody?
Shit, he did something for gay people. He gave them rights.
Yeah, and
That was
Hispanic
gonna
people.
come. That
There's
was
some black gay people.
That was not gonna come. That was not gonna come. That was not.
So
gonna
y'all
come
don't think
with-
Obama did anything for
No.
black people?
What he do? My
didn't
brother's
do shit
keeper.
for
Anything for black people?
I
He
mean,
brought
no,
Rick-
no, no. See, I said one thing he did do. He did help out the people that was in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did help out them.
Even though Kim
I
K
ain't
got
gonna
more
lie.
niggas
Hey, yo,
free,
chill out,
but
bruh. Chill out. That's a white woman. Of course she did.
That's what I'm saying. Like I see him like you see all the crazy shit Trump doing. I'm like, Obama could have been real reckless, especially them first 2
Why
years.
they
When he-
wouldn't?
That-
Do you
but
know how
he
much
didn't-
arguing they did for
Those first 2 years,
Obama?
he owned. The Democrats own the majority House and Senate.
here's what I concluded, bro. Obama is not like Trump because he could have done what Trump did, but Trump is more American focused. Obama he had a global focus. That's why he spent so much time in foreign affairs.
I didn't like
he
his
had
foreign
an
affair
idea.
policy.
It wasn't. It didn't come down
He
to black
killed a lot
people
of
at that
mo- he
point.
killed a lot
it
of
was
motherfuckers.
It was
Syrians,
Americans.
Somali, everyone.
It was ethnicities. It wasn't like black people in America because that shit's America.
No, he didn't do that because he didn't want to be looked at as the nigga helping everybody else out.
Yeah.
He realized that his image is best if he looks like all lives
Trying to
matter,
bring
that
everybody
Black
together.
lives matter.
I mean, again, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
I'm
a
a-
more
what would you
international
do in that
tone.
position?
Because
What
when
do
you
you
focus
expect?
on black, that is a solely American.
I mean,
Like,
if I was president, you know what I'm saying, I'd get elected on Friday,
Uh-huh.
get assassinated on Saturday, buried on
Okay, white
Sunday.
class. Okay, white class.
and then he would have cheated on Thursday or some
Let
shit.
me be there. Let me be fair. He would have got his little white prostitutes. I feel you, dog. I feel you. But that's neither here nor there.
Donald Trump a bold motherfucker though, man. You can't even knock that white boy, man.
He done some shit that
He a bold motherfucker, man.
let's switch his race. If he's a nigga, we all
Bruh.
fucking with him. Damn, that's what's
Hell,
fucked up.
I don't know, man.
That's what's
he's
fucked up.
He's a shitty person.
And I'll say
He
it
might
like
be-
this:
he might
before
be
he got
some
elected,
person.
we was all fucking with him.
I never
You know how
liked
many
him.
bars was written about Trump?
True. You're right. I just always
Everybody
got a
was
rapey
fucking with
vibe
him.
from him. I don't know if y'all did.
Not me. I mean,
Oh,
I never
really?
really looked at him like
Shit
that.
always
He
came
got
out
it.
about him. That's why I
Trump
was
got
shocked.
money, man. He buying bitches. He ain't got to do that.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
would think, but he's still grabbing pussy.
Exactly.
He is grabbing pussy.
He
He
got
thought that was the one
power.
he bought, but it was really the bitch beside her.
You know how they say you got.
And that's how that shit started. Yeah.
He treat bitches like fruit at the grocery store. You gotta grab it, squeeze
Hey, I mean,
it, see
he
how it's
Donald
blood.
Trump, man.
He
gonna
basically
walk
picked
by
out of
and-
someone else's
Hey,
basket.
We gotta end it now because we
I'm
get too
sick.
crazy. Man, Carlos, bro, appreciate you
much.
coming through, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How we find you, man? How we keep up with you?
Right.
Well, you can Google me. You can go on my Instagram at Carlos Jackson with 2 N's, CARLOS JACKSONN. Follow that. Follow my journey. You can follow everything about me. Follow my marathon.
And
Basically,
you said
For
your
sure.
next fight maybe in the fall. You have anything else coming in between there?
we hoping it's in the works right now. We just
Okay.
hoping. We just looking. We at the moment. We just looking at the moment right now.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, man, let us know, bro. Like,
For
stay in
sure,
touch.
for
we
sure,
gonna
for
we gonna
sure.
come through deep in that
for
motherfucker.
sure.
Sure, we can do this again. It don't matter, man. I'm here. You
Hey,
feel me?
bro. Anytime
Hey,
you
for
want to
sure.
come through, hey,
Yeah,
it's the
love
same
to
shit.
have
Yeah, we be talking some bullshit.
I talk shit too.
I see,
Yeah, I felt attacked today. Okay, I don't know if I can do
I know.
all
I,
three.
fe- I
of
felt
y'all.
like at one point I was like, "Damn, we attacking her right
Yeah.
now."
It's been
but
a
I got
while.
one more question for you.
It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back. We can't have a show called No Disrespect if we don't get no disrespect. You know
A
what I'm
little
saying?
bit.
That's fair
a little
enough.
bit, even if
That's
it's
fair
with
enough.
And
me.
that's why I wanted you on here because you gave us the balance. You know, you had your
tried.
Black America report.
Right, you
I
stood
tried,
strong for
bro.
y'all
All
today.
right, so close us out. Close us out. What's the black woman thought for the evening?
I don't like that y'all put this on me. I was at work from 9 to 5 today.
What's your shirt say? All I need is love.
Let me rep my set. All I need is love and injera. Y'all know I'm Ethiopian. Injera is the little flat bread that we eat our food off of.
So you the reason why your husband gonna cheat on you? She
excuse me?
On her food, on her shirt, she got the food already. Like she gonna.
Oh, so y'all
Where
say
your
I'm gonna
man? Oh, love. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
what man?
Fair enough.
You see what I'm dealing with, y'all? Like,
Just don't get fat. That's all you gotta say.
yo, like, honestly, I'm gonna ask you for some, because I want to do boxing. I've always wanted to do boxing or kickboxing because I feel like that's the easiest way for me to stay in shape. Because one, I don't got time, I work too much.
Come by the gym.
I got you.
Just
Like,
come by. I got you.
She gonna be there for 2 weeks, and then she gonna be like,
yo,
everybody
don't
else.
come for my life, bro. I'm gonna come back. Y'all gonna say one thing about Serena Williams. I'm like, what's up? Square up, bro.
Hey,
Come
Right,
back here
see?
whooping ass.
It's gonna be.
we don't fight no more. We get guns.
That's vindictive. I was about to say.
Y'all such niggas.
We in the South. We got pistols now. But all right,
I'm sick of y'all.
that's no disrespect for this week. We out. Peace.